I'm a fish boy who skates for Team X-Blades with a leprechaun who plays basketball. Come to my smart house, meet my alien sister. Don't come hungry, because I'll bet my mom can't cook.
Hello and welcome to Mom Can't Cook, a DCOM podcast. I am one of your hosts, Luke Westaway, and here...
I'm the other host, Andy Farrance. I've got grave news, Luke. It seems I can no longer keep my secret.
What? Really?
You know me as Andy.
Yes?
But this is in fact a clever ruse. My real name is Princessa Andreas Farentini, rightful ruler of the kingdom of Santa Galaxia. It isn't on any maps. Don't look for it. Don't check on it. Anyway, I was bloodlessly cooed recently and forced to relocate here to London and take on a new identity as a humble podcaster, the lowest and least respected of God's creatures.
So why on earth are you now telling people this, thereby putting me in enormous danger? You're telling me that you're a high-value political target, that you've been in hiding, that people want you dead?
Yes.
And now
Luke.
you're just like, oh, by the way, I'm here with Luke.
Yes.
Thanks. Thanks for that.
And if you were to torture him, you could get to me, probably. But Luke, I must return.
He'd sing like a canary.
I must return to Santa Costa Grimaldi.
Yes.
Because terrible things are happening there.
Yeah, good. Get the hell out of here. Yeah. You hear that? Do you hear that? Anyone listening? Andy is no longer associated with me. He's leaving the podcast. He's gone. Helicopter circling overhead. Circle on, my dudes.
I've realised the problem with this plan is that I don't know where it is and I can't check because it isn't on any maps. So,
yeah, of course. How are you going to find your way back there?
I guess I'm just going to have to stay here and podcast.
Okay. Welcome and scene. Welcome, listener, to this episode of Mum Can't Cook, where we recap the Disney Channel original movie Princess Protection Program. Yeah. Now, if you listen to last
PPP for short,
PPP. Now, if you listened,
yeah.
Now, if you listen to the previous episode,
yeah,
then you may know that we were doing this one as a sort of exploratory expedition, like James Cameron going into the Mariana Trench or whatever, going deeper and deeper and deeper, because having done Camp Rock and having hated it, we were worried that maybe any of these sort of like late noughties era DCOMs were going to be irretrievably bad and sort of cynical, and the rot would have set in.
Too earnest, maybe.
Too earnest and just not fun. So it gives me so much joy to tell you that Princess Protection Program, which is what year is this one? This is
2009, I think.
2009 is absolutely nailed on hot nonsense of the most premium vintage.
Unbelievably choice.
It is so choice. It's so good. I'm really, really looking forward to this recap. This film is breathtakingly stupid. It has
the tips of the tea leaves of nonsense. It's the choicest cuts and the sort of the implication for the wider lore of the world in which this movie takes place is absolutely nuts.
It's so enjoyable. It has such a very, very simple plot that it somehow manages to completely tangle itself up in knots like at the end and not make any sense.
It's great. I had a great time watching this movie.
It's got a great villain.
Yeah.
It's like when Mum says we have M. Bison at home.
We have M. Bison at home is exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's really, really enjoyable.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, Princess Protection Program. Here's what Disney thought would make you watch it.
Once upon a time, there were two very different girls. A princess from a small kingdom and a girl from a small town. But when fate brings them together...
I had to bring her here. The director didn't give me a choice.
A normal dad would go to a foreign country on a secret mission and bring his daughter back a t-shirt, not a person.
They've got to team up to help this would-be queen pass for a regular teen.
What'll it be?
Bowling, please. There's a shock.
Find out what happens when royalty...
You're supposed to be blending in. I am blending.
...meets reality.
What must I do? Inventory. Are you okay? I think I need to bathe.
Selena Gomez.
Will you excuse me for a second? Yes, you are excused.
and Demi Lovato star in Disney Channel's original movie, Princess Protection Program.
I think what Disney thought would make you watch it is the fact that it had Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez in it, who were their two sort of biggest stars at the time, and IRL best friends. They made a big deal about it, about how they were like best friends. They used to jump on like YouTube and do like live stuff together.
What?
And everyone was like, wow, they're real besties. And then they were like, yeah, now they're in a film together. Come watch it. And they did a song together on the soundtrack.
What? This is massive. I had no idea. Were they really best friends? Was it all a ploy?
They've drifted apart now.
Oh no!
But this was quite eye-opening to me as well, because
heal the rift.
Heal the rift. Yeah. Hey, Selena and Demi, I know you're listening. Why not just pick up the phone?
Just pick up the phone. One of you just put aside your foolish pride.
Well, only
Demi,
one of you,
because we all know it was you.
If you both call at the same time, you'll get a busy tone and you'll think that they're ignoring you. And that'll only deepen the rift.
You'll both think the other one is too busy doing being popular now.
But they're not. Neither of you are busy except Selena Gomez, who's extremely busy, just released an album with Benny Blanco that's #1 in the world.
Yeah, but look, just meet on neutral ground, Selena, whose fault it is.
Selena, whose fault it almost certainly was.
Yeah.
Meet in front of the Matterhorn at Disneyland.
Yes.
And bury the hatchet.
Exactly.
And then go on the Matterhorn together and get all scrambled around by it because it's old and bad.
You can each have your teams of snipers ready, stationed, mutually assured destruction.
In case one of the other tries to pull a blade. I just think if we achieve nothing else with this podcast,
we should make Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez friends.
We can end the Lovato-Gomez Cold War that's going on right now.
Finally.
It was quite eye-opening for me because I don't really know Selena Gomez outside of Only Murders in the Building. That's the only thing I've really seen her in.
Same.
So my impression of Selena Gomez is that she's a fantastically successful actor and musician who is extremely bad at both those things.
Right, okay.
I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion, but whenever she turns up in Only Murders in the Building, you'll be enjoying the kind of wacky...
Which is all the time.
Which is all the time. She's one of the 3 principal cast. So you're enjoying the wacky antics of Steve Martin and Martin Short. They're up to their old tricks. And then Selena Gomez will come in and be like, hey, everybody, there's been a terrible crime in the building, and we've got to investigate what's happening.
This is a really funny summing up of Only Murders in the Building for people who've never watched it.
Well, that's what it is. That's how it goes.
I suppose. No, she's part of the gang, isn't she? She's sort of running around. She wears big coats. She has misadventures. She sort of rolls her eyes at the 2 old men being all old.
Yeah, everything you've said is not in any way related to the delivery of her lines, which is that's what she does. But in this film,
she's watched all of Only Murders in the Building, right?
I have, yes.
And yet a third of the principal cast to drive you crazy.
Yeah, but I love Steve Martin and Martin Short so much.
Okay, fine, yeah. This is so interesting to me because this is not at all how I thought this podcast was going to begin. I thought it was going to begin with you saying, obviously, I'm a huge fan of Only Murders in the Building, I'm a huge Selena Gomez fan.
Well, I don't know. I just don't...
Things have gone completely sideways.
Okay. So I've literally only seen her in 2 things, which is the Princess Protection Program, and Only Murders in the Building. So if it may be that it's an incredibly calculated decision for her character in Only Murders in the Building for her to talk in a sort of unbearable monotone, because she doesn't do that in the Princess Protection Program.
No, she doesn't.
So maybe it's just an acting choice that I don't agree with, but it doesn't mean that she's a bad actor.
Yeah, very possibly. I mean, I only know Selena Gomez from Only Murders in the Building, and I don't know Demi Lovato from anything except I know the name. Do you know what I mean? She's like obviously I know her from DComs that I have since seen, but like if you'd have said to me before, you know Demi Lovato, I'd have been like, yeah, I know Demi Lovato. And then if someone said like, explain who she is and what she does, I wouldn't have been able to.
I would refuse.
Yeah. We are making ourselves sound so unbelievably culturally illiterate.
Well, it's because we spend all our time watching DComs.
True. We've slipped so far. Do you know how many of the Oscars films I've seen? None. Do you know what? Last night I just managed to sneak in A Real Pain in between Princess Protection Program.
Oh, yeah, Selena Gomez was in Emilia Perez, right? So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, she was, and that was
Yeah.
you know one of the Oscar things. So
Yeah. Oscar-y movie. Yeah.
she's also a billionaire
Okay.
because she owns an incredibly successful cosmetics company.
Really? And what's Demi Lovato doing? Like,
You know, stuff.
this is we really should have done this offline. This is all research that we could have brought to the podcast instead of the podcast being us doing this research. Sorry,
On air.
listener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's still going.
I know,
She's releasing
alive.
she's releasing music and stuff. But apparently it's good. Apparently she's good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We actually got an email about this. Hang on, let me find it. There we go. Got an email here from Dan, who said in 2022, Demi Lovato put out a rock album and it was actually quite good. As a context for that endorsement, understand I'm too old to have ever really known who she was except in the vaguest of ways, and was introduced to her album by a buddy of mine who listens mostly to heavy metal, and we both thought it was maybe the best rock album we'd heard that year. Dang.
Damn. Well, there you go. That's what Demi Lovato's up to.
All right, go listen to Holy F*** by Demi Lovato.
All right. Well, so that's the principal cast of this film.
Yeah, okay.
I just thought it was worth addressing, like, what my preconceived notions of Selena Gomez were going into this film.
Yeah, I had no idea they were so nakedly hostile.
Oh, man. We're going to come off badly now. I just think it's an interesting acting choice when you're acting alongside two of the zaniest madcap funsters for 20th century.
Well, someone's got to be the straight man, right? You know, it's not like...
Yeah, but you can be a straight man without...
Not everyone can be all wacky. It would just be annoying if everyone was falling over all over the time and being like, I only eat dip or whatever.
Playing the banjo with an arrow through the head.
Yeah, if everyone did that, people would say it's annoying.
I suppose you're right. Selena Gomez is good.
Someone's got to be the Kermit the Frog, being like, here's Steve Martin.
Yeah, but he plays the banjo as well.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, he does play. Yeah, and actually, he is quite wacky and fun.
Yeah, he's all flails and has inflection to his voice and stuff.
Okay.
Anyway,
we simply
Program.
must talk about the Princess Protection Program. Okay, we open on helicopter shots of... It doesn't tell you where it is. I thought it was the Florida Everglades, but it's Louisiana.
It's the Bayou. I think this film was all shot in Puerto Rico, but it's...
Right. Okay. Yeah, sure.
It's supposed to be Louisiana. We see an airboat. We see gators.
Yeah, gators prowl. And we cut to a bait shop. Your one-stop shop for helpings of maggots.
Joe's Bait Shack, it says.
Joe's Bait Shack.
No one in this film is called Joe.
Oh my God, you're right. It must have been inherited from...
Sort of file that away.
Yeah, inherited from old Joe. Mm-hmm. We meet Selena Gomez, who is playing a young teen called Carter. Are we going to call her Selena Gomez or Carter? It's kind of an important decision because Demi Lovato will either be. I think we should do Carter. We should do Carter because there are going to be two names for Demi Lovato's character, and it's probably going to be quite important to keep them separate. Exactly. So yeah, Carter. So Carter is working here. She is wearing down-home, roughed-up jeans and a red baseball cap. So you know she's from real America.
She's a tomboy.
Yeah.
Because she has a baseball cap on. Yeah. A guy comes up to the counter.
Her pockets are heaving with maggots.
Throws a heaving, writhing sack of maggots onto the counter.
Yeah.
Carter is briefly appalled, but then realises that it's sexual hunk Donnie.
Donnie. He looks about Donnie 30.
Yeah, I put 35, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
He had noticeable 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
He has forgotten her name. How much for this garbage, he says.
How much for all these maggots?
No charge, says Carter. A deal's a deal. Free bait for never having to take the bus again.
Yeah.
So she runs after him. Her dad stops her as she goes and he says, hey, has Sexual Donnie asked you to the homecoming dance yet? He says this quite gravely. She's like, hey, stop embarrassing me, Dad. Jeez.
Yeah. Dad is a real American with strong arms. He's carrying a big steel box, presumably full of maggots.
A writhing box full of maggots.
Maggots. Yeah.
Carter walks over to Donnie's car. He has a Mercedes convertible full of babes. It's quite impractical for the swamp, but fine.
And also, like, what's Donnie's life that he's like, right, I got to ride the Mercedes convertible full of babes down to the bait shop and pick up pick up big stinking tubs of maggots.
He's going directly from here to school.
Yeah.
So it's going to sit in the hot Louisiana sun in his car for all day.
Oh, God. Yeah. And now, of course, what with the mega engine on this thing, the boot space isn't that much, so I've really had to cram in all these mealworms.
Yeah. So girls, you'll each have to have a scoop of maggots on your lap.
What is your general exposure and life experience with live bait as used in fishing?
I haven't been fishing for a while.
Okay.
I went fishing a few times as a kid and used live bait.
Yeah. So you'll know that it stinks. It's awful.
It's hideous.
It is like scarring how disgusting live bait is, I think. I, again, did it as a kid and I'll never want to do it again. I'll never forget it. It's so gross.
I've been in a live bait shop.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to imagine because, Selena Gomez and her dad in this film, they live in a sort of shack by a swamp that is adjacent to a live bait shop. So the whole thing is like just a sort of cleaner, nicer house from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like
a bit cleaner, a bit nicer. Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway, so there's clearly a deal been struck between Carter and Donnie that he gets free maggots in exchange for driving her to school. But when she goes to his car, it is indeed full of prissy, popular girls. What are you doing here? Carter demands of the one who's riding shotgun, who is a popular girl called Chelsea, who smugly responds that Donnie's driving me to school till I get my new ride. Isn't that sweet of him? And there's another girl in the back called Brooke. Chelsea and Brooke are going to be fairly important characters in this film. They are popular, evil girls. But they don't want Carter riding with them. And Donnie's like, yeah, I guess there's no room. Thanks for the maggots. Bye.
Thanks for the free maggots, he says. Sorry, Carter. And then he peels out. His wheels instantly catch in the mud, flipping the car. An alligator crawls up out of the swamp and bites one of his legs clean off. It's pretty rough.
Well, it serves them right. These three kids look like they couldn't taxidermy an alligator to save their lives, unlike Carter and her dad, who look like they taxidermy gators for breakfast.
Yeah. And sort of hit hitchhikers over the head with a hammer and drag them into the killing shed.
Put them up on a meat hook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dad drives Carter to school in his pickup truck. As he drives Carter complains about the other girls. I can't stand them, she says. They're such princesses, spitting the word like an oath.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You say that like it's a bad thing, says staunch royalist Dad.
Yeah.
They're probably just jealous, he continues.
Then his phone rings. It's his boss. He answers it on a little Bluetooth headset. You're leaving again, says Carter sadly. 2 days max, promises Dad. No big deal. It's just a routine op. My note is he's a hitman, question mark.
Yeah. That's what you always say, says Carter. Just be careful. What does he do? I've written and do is in all caps.
He's a hitman.
He's a hitman.
We cut to high school. You and me, pal, say Carter and Dad at the drop-off as American steel guitar plays in the background.
Yeah. They do a cool hand slap and a hug.
Yeah.
And we cut to a Southern California spa hotel. There's fanfare music, though, and some banners hanging off a balcony, so I think it's supposed to be a castle.
It's a fabulous royal castle. It is if you want to see what it looks like, it is the Castillo Cerrales in Puerto Rico. So I mean,
is it a spa hotel?
I mean, it looks like one. It's like it's like an old grand building that is used a lot for filming.
Okay.
So we are now in this beautiful castle.
Yeah.
Emerging from her bedroom to great fanfare, we meet the Princess Rosalinda Maria Montoya Fiore, the Princesa de Costa Luna. She is announced by some guy who's like, everyone be excited.
It's Demi Lovato. She's dressed like a decorative toilet roll cover and attended by footmen. It's clear that this is a rehearsal for her coronation, which is but a month away. Her designer, a man named Elegante,
Mr. Elegante,
comes up and asks who designed her dress. It was him, says Rosalinda. And he's like, oh, yeah.
I was high at the time. High up on a walkway overlooking the courtyard in which this is happening, we see the Queen, I guess, walking arm in arm with some kind of general. Oh, wait, it's Dad from before. It's Carter's dad. It actually took me a moment to realise.
Yes, because he's wearing a full military uniform and like a peaked hat. Yeah. And he also is like an unbelievably generic looking handsome man.
Yeah,
so.
But when we say military uniform, if you're picturing like someone in the army, stop picturing that. He doesn't look like a soldier. He looks like a sort of old-timey general and he's got a sabre on his hip.
Yeah, It's like that kind of officer and a gentleman type thing, but in blue instead of white.
Yeah,
it's that sort of peaked cap and fancy trousers and lots of medals and rope.
He's referred to as Major Mason. And Queen Sophia says, "Thank you for helping to come help Rosalinda. Now that my husband has passed away, only she can become Queen of Costa Luna. But she's so young," she says, "and I'm afraid General Kane will take advantage of that." And that's when I knew that this film was good.
Yeah, there's someone called General Kane.
General Kane. It's so good. So her husband's died, and because her husband's died, now only her daughter can become Queen of Costa Luna.
Yes.
But her youth makes her a sort of vague target for General Kane.
Target for this General Kane figure. Yeah. So the Queen is called down for the coronation rehearsal. So she's having a crown sort of lowered onto her head. All the staff are loving it. The priest who's doing this says,
it is good. There are like, you do get an uncomfortable number of shots of servants looking happy. It's so that you know
Looking
that this
pleased
wealth-hoarding
about this.
princess is beloved by the people.
Yeah,
there's like
it's good actually.
Yeah, there's like maids kind of doing flowers, and then they look over and smile as if to say, "I enjoy my station and think this is natural."
Yeah, they smile benignly.
Yeah.
At their better.
Yeah.
The priest says, "If there are any objections, let them come forward and be heard."
Oh my God.
Is this normal at a coronation? In an absolute monarchy?
Yeah,
Do they usually say, does anyone have a problem with this?
Imagine if you just stood up and were like, "I think we should do voting."
I think we should have democracy.
Oh no.
Oh no. Maybe this is how they lure out dissidents. Like, anyone got a problem with this?
Yes.
I do. Clap him in irons.
I do, yeah. We'll get this executed.
Anyway, this is your first signal that Carter's dad is bad at his job, because suddenly a sword is drawn from a scabbard and thrown. It flies horizontally and then skewers the crown and pins it to the back of the throne.
Yeah. And a sinister figure swishes aside a cape, and needless to say, here's an audio clip.
If any person has a reason to object, let him step forward and be heard.
I object. The princess is too young to be queen. Costa Luna and Costa Estrella are two tiny countries who must unite and stand together against the world. Therefore, for the good of both our countries, I, General Magnus Kane, declare myself el presidente de la República de las Costas. Seize them.
Okay, so we're not even 6 minutes into this film, and General Kane has thrown a sword at the princess's head. This is so good.
The princess is too young to be queen, he says, like remarkably calmly for someone who's in the middle of an active assassination attempt.
It's also like, Dad, Major Mason is like here to protect and do security for the princess, and yet General
Kane,
Kane,
Secret Service for the president, only princesses.
You only heard that, like, when that sort of swishing cape kind of being swished aside to reveal General Kane. He looks like Luke Skywalker rocking up to Jabba's palace. It's like, I don't believe that General Kane managed to get through security. There can't have been no one was checking at the door.
I don't know if you've ever tried to draw a 3-foot saber from a scabbard and then overarm
it to the princess. No, I've not.
Yeah. No, but I imagine it takes a couple of seconds at least.
Yeah.
And Carter's dad is just up on a balcony going, "Oh, look at that.
Let's see how this goes. See how this pans out."
He's thinking, see how it plays out.
Should have bought my gun. Probably
should have bought my gun, or any kind of backup,
or been down there by the princess I'm supposed to be protecting instead of up here on a balcony. Oh man, it's so good. And also, like, we have to assume that General Kane was trying to kill her, right? Because he throws the sword and it sort of dramatically pins the crown to the throne,
back of the throne. Yeah,
like a centimetre the other way, and he would just throw a sword clean through Demi Lovato's forehead.
I mean, how accurate can you throw a saber? It's not a throwing weapon.
I mean, this is General Kane we're talking about, the greatest.
It's true, the great General Kane.
The greatest military strategist of our time.
The leader of Costa Estrella. It's not on any maps, don't look for it.
So, okay. So immediately a fight breaks out. It seems like General Kane, like some of the royal court are traitors and like sort of are sleeper agents or something. It's hard to tell exactly who the combatants are, but it seems like Kane has swayed the military, which is always a huge part of any coup, right? You've got to get the army on side.
You say that, but whenever you see General Kane, he has 4 guys. General Kane has 4 guys, and that's it.
Well, to be fair, this is a very, very, very small country. So
that's true.
I mean,
that's
all
like
these,
70% of the population.
Yeah, all these dramas will play out in miniature. One of General Kane's 4 guys are probably also like Chancellor, Treasurer.
Yeah.
One of them like runs a chain of bakeries. They're going to have to all have a lot of other things going on. One of them is probably the baby.
There's some sort of ill-defined tussling going on.
Yeah.
And then Dad Major Mason eventually decides he's going to get involved. So he slashes a silk banner and then swings down so he doesn't have to descend the 6 stairs from the balcony.
Yeah.
And he does a sort of big kick to 2 of Kane's men, and they're sort of flung into a fruit platter.
Yeah, he kicks them into a table piled high with strawberries for some reason.
Yeah, he kicks them in the strawberries.
Yeah. In another breath, he's at Princess Demi's side. Go now with Major Mason, pleads the Queen.
Yeah.
And Major Mason rushes Demi away from the scene of the combat.
So the princess is bundled away by Major Mason. The Queen just sort of runs off on her own. The coups, there's like, as I said, there's 4 guys. They're all wrestling Elegante, the dress designer, to the ground.
A high value target.
Quick, she won't get far without her dresses.
There's a big chocolate fountain and they're sort of slipping in it and stuff.
Yeah. It's good.
So Major Mason flees with Princess Rosalinda. Who are you, Rosalinda pleads. Where are you taking me? What about my mother? She's going to meet us, but we need to hurry, says Major Mason. And they run down a stairwell and bafflingly find the Queen, who's just sort of waiting there, having arrived by a separate route.
Waiting there like an NPC, waiting to give them a quest. Yeah.
But that's bizarre, right? Because General Kane just did a coup.
Yeah.
In the courtyard where the Queen and the Princess were. And then the Queen and the Princess...
the 2 people they'd be keeping an eye on would be the Queen and the Princess, I would have thought.
Yeah, the 2 people you either need to kill or capture if you're doing your coup. You can't really call your coup a success.
No, it's Elegante, the dress designer, first. Then the Queen and Princess.
Have the 4 guys wrestle into the ground. And then if there's time, we might think about imprisoning the actual Queen.
No.
So that, she's just hanging around.
She's like, I knew General Kane would try something like this, so I made a plan to protect Rosalinda. You must trust Major Mason, she says. She's like, I can't go with you, but here's a special necklace. And
oh my God, everything about
which never comes up again in the film.
That's true. It never becomes important. Everything about this is so good. Also, did you note that Mum's plan that she made to protect her did not include not letting General Kane into the coronation rehearsal or doing something to stop him throwing a sword at her face?
She was like, I knew General Kane would come to the coronation and throw a sword at you.
So I made a plan for what to do in case he missed. And he has missed, and now I'm doing the plan.
Would it not have been wiser, Mother, to not let him into the coronation? Or if you did, at least take his sword away?
Well, yes, of course, but the guards were looking for General Kane, and this was Luke Skywalker. So
yeah, he had a hood up. What was I to do?
So Mum explains that she can't come. Why, you're wondering? Well, here's the reason. She says, the general will say that you have abandoned the country, my daughter, but I must stay so the people know that you will return when it's safe.
What does that... No, what?
What does that mean? This is like...
How does that follow?
If you are one of the people of Costa Luna, would you give a single solitary about any of this? You'd just feel like...
The princess will come back because her mum's still here.
Would she, though?
I don't know.
Did Napoleon come back for his things? Like, Napoleon will have to come back because his CDs and his dogs are here. I suppose he did come back, so bad example.
Because he wanted his CDs and his...
He came back for his dogs and CDs.
He wanted his copy of Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits. So, yeah, they have a sort of tearful farewell. Mason and Rosalinda run off. Mum Queen stands around sort of aimlessly, and then the 4 guys chase after Mason and Rosalinda. The 2 of them run to a waiting helicopter, which takes off. General Kane fires an RPG at it, and the movie ends. No, it doesn't. It takes off fine. Rosalinda is in the helicopter. She cries and fingers her pendant.
She looks down at her mother, who's now on the roof, still unarrested, just sort of waving at her.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, Kane does arrest the Queen, though. You'll never find her, says the Queen, and so long as she remains free, there will be hope in Costa Luna. Cut to the people of Costa Luna not giving a
Not giving a single...
Just sort of, I don't know, farming, shopping.
Yeah.
Just like...
as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. They never really... I don't think they go far enough to sort of establish Kane as like an evil ruler.
No, definitely not.
No, nothing seems to change in the country. He like awards himself medals and is like, yeah, and I'm going to, go to a big party and have a cool car and stuff. But it's never like he's sort of crushing the proletariat under his heel.
Yeah, you never get those like Scar from the Lion King scenes where it's like, there's nothing left, General Kane. The herds have moved on. You have, you have bankrupted the nation. He just
seems business as usual.
Yeah, business as usual.
His whole thing is uniting the countries of Costa Luna and Costa Estrella.
Yeah.
Which, maybe that's good.
Maybe it's good. We don't know. We don't know. This film has a very interesting relationship with the concept of princesses and the concept of royalty.
Yes. If by interesting you mean a kind of slavish devotion
yes,
to the idea that princesses are the greatest things in the world, and provide an example that everyone else should live up to.
Yeah, that royalty is amazing and should never be questioned, and that anyone who tries to do that is evil General Kane and must be stopped.
Yeah, well, maybe this is like Costa Estrella and Costa Luna. It's like a sort of East-West Berlin sort of thing. He's reunifying the country.
Yeah.
General Kane is a folk hero.
Yeah, he's like a Robin Hood figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. I mean, to be honest, I find it easier to believe than that, like, we'll get into all the ways that the people of Costa Luna truly love their sweet, benevolent princess.
Sure. And
the wonderful queen, but... Yeah. But she's only a girl, says General Kane. She will contact her mother, and when she does, I will bring her back to rot with you in a tiny cell. You will both become a tragic symbol of futility to those who would defy me.
Mm-hmm. Him and his 4 guys.
Yeah, and then Kane surveys Puerto Rico, which he is now king of.
Back in the helicopter, it drops Rosalinda off on a random island. Mason is there. He leads her to a hidden door, which opens, revealing a featureless room. A screen springs into life, and a woman with a strong Russian accent starts telling her that now she's in the capable care of the International Princess Protection Program, the PPP.
This is the director, played by Molly Hagan, who was the mom in Miracle in Lane 2, if you remember that one. I've never heard of it, says Rosalinda of the PPP. Nobody ever hears about us, says the director, Russianly, until we're needed. You'll be safe now, princess, says Major Mason. The princess asks how long she's staying here, and she's told until she's ready for stage 4. Stage 1 is extraction. Stage 2 is transition. Stage 3, well, come inside and I'll explain.
So the doors open and she steps out into the operations room of the PPP, a top secret agency funded by the world's royal families.
What?
There are 29 princesses in the program.
Okay, right. First things first, this place is a sort of like pound shop GoldenEye satellite control center, like just to sort of like help.
Exactly. Yeah.
Help
it's clearly a shopping mall or a hotel or something. It's got an escalator and some sort of large rooms that they could put like light cubes in.
Also, like when the doors open, revealing this secret agency. It's like the scene in Men in Black where the door opens revealing the Men in Black base, and there's like agents and aliens kind of commingling.
Yep.
But here it's agents and princesses just sort of strolling around. It's so
just wandering
stupid.
Around.
Also, why project the director massive on the wall of the lift if she's literally in the next room? Because the door opens and the director's like, "Hello, here I am.
Hello.
You last,
it's me.
You last saw me on that big TV in the previous room."
Here's a question.
Yeah.
If you have a prince, is it a different agency?
Oh yeah,
if you want him protected,
for that you want the PPP, the Prince Protection Program. Yeah.
Why have they gendered the agencies? Why do they not just have a young royal protection agency?
Andy, let me explain a little bit more about the PPP's mission statement, and I think it will all become very, very clear. So the PPP is a top secret agency funded by the world's royal families. Now, if you're thinking immediately that this sounds like billionaires protecting themselves, and is probably like the least like sympathetic organization you could possibly imagine, it's like a private army for royal families. It's an awful idea. It's terrifying.
Well, okay, it immediately undercuts this whole thing because she's like, "Oh, let me show you some other princesses in the program." We cut to a screen.
They're actively protecting 29, we're told.
Yeah. We see one called Chandra.
Princess Chandra, yes.
She is lying on a chaise lounge being fanned with a big leaf while eating grapes.
Yeah.
And they say, last January, Major Mason rescued her from a politically motivated coup. I've written, I don't know, seems pretty unsympathetic. Did the politically motivated coup want her to stop lounging around eating grapes and being fanned with a big leaf?
Well, thank God Major Mason was there to rescue her. Then the screen switches to show Princess Chandra now shivering and scared in some kind of frozen snowy expanse.
Yeah.
She's freezing, says Princess Rosalinda. Probably, says the director, but she's safe. Like, what function does the Princess Protection Program serve if the way that they protect princesses is to remove them from the nation in which they are a princess and give them a new identity?
Right.
They are then in no real way any longer a princess. It's like,
yeah, that's the whole point of this agency. That's what they do. It's a witness relocation for princesses.
Imagine if like the royal family just disappeared tomorrow and it'll be like, whoa, where did they go? And it's like, you'll never find them. The Royal Family Protection Society has hidden them away. And it's like, well, I guess they're not really the royal family anymore, then, are they?
Yeah, they've got dead-end jobs and they just sort of live a normal life now. You're like, okay.
Well,
yeah, what you've done there
is abolish
that's
the
a coup.
monarchy.
Yeah, what you've done there is you've done a military coup on the... Well, it's... So they go into another room here, and there are about 40 dudes in baseball caps and combat fatigues.
Yeah.
And I feel like those guys could probably have stopped General Kane and his 4 dudes. But instead of stopping the coup from happening, they allowed it to happen and then smuggle the princess out and sort of relocate her.
The PPP is not terribly proactive, is it?
It's the Princess Relocation Program, it should be called.
Yeah. Okay, so now the numbers get a little confusing because we've been told that they're actively protecting 29 princesses. Then someone with a clipboard runs up to the director and informs her, Princess 383 has had a successful extraction. Princess 299, meanwhile, is still rejecting all attempts at transformation. Princess 107 is in need of our services. So now there are at least 383 princesses.
Well, no. There are 29 alive princesses.
There are 29 princesses who they've successfully protected.
Out of 383.
The rest all die in helicopter accidents.
The rest are all riddled with machine gun fire or publicly beheaded, as an example.
Okay, so then they take Princess Rosalinda, Demi Lovato, and they start giving her a makeover. And Princess Rosalinda panics and says, I don't know who any of you are. I don't know what's going on. I want to see Daddy Mason.
Is everything all right?
Take me back to my country.
Princess, I'm sorry, but General Kane has taken control of your country and assumed command of its government.
But I must go back.
And you will, as soon as we find a legal way to remove him. In the meantime, you have to let us protect you.
But what about my mother? Who's protecting my mother?
You are. As long as you're in Princess protection, your mom will be safe. Please. General Kane is hoping you'll contact her so he'll know where to find you.
What if he does find me?
He'll make an example of you by sending you to prison or a work farm. And Costa Luna will become part of his own personal kingdom with its true royal family, nothing but a memory. Bottom line, if you care about your country and your mom's safety, nobody can know who you really are.
The thing here that I really got snagged on was the phrase "a legal way to remove him." Like, how does the shadowy Princess Protection Program legally get General Kane removed from office? That sounds difficult.
I feel like military coups are illegal in the first place.
I mean, so if you're, I suppose, yes. They sort of become legal in retrospect, don't they?
If you have a ruling monarchy, probably it's against the law that they've set to remove them violently from power.
Yeah. Also, like a legal way to remove. Like, it just sounds incredibly thorny. Like, where's the legal paper trail there when the Princess Protection Program drops General Kane off at The Hague, like gagged and bound, and been like, he did a crime.
I think this is the problem with making a military coup a central point of your Disney Channel movie, is that it has to be unbelievably bloodless and safe.
Yeah, right.
Whereas in fact, what General Kane would now be doing is like walking around slitting the throats of everyone loyal to Princess Rosalinda.
Executing all of the aristocrats in the land, rounding them up. Yeah.
Be just like endless firing squads.
Yeah, exactly. And what Princess Rosalinda would be doing is, you know, sort of like rallying to her allies in you know, like neighboring countries and seeing if she can like put together a sort of counter incursion force to, you know, to sort of swoop on General Kane's headquarters. You know, could we strafe him with an F-16 or something like?
Yeah, but no, what she's going to do is get her hair cut and be given some sort of sneakers and stuff. And
and we'll get General Kane legally removed from office. All nice and legal.
So she is now Rosie Gonzalez, an average American girl.
Yeah.
So they've changed her first name a bit.
Yeah, so with a heavy heart, she returns to the makeover chair. We see some time passing, and eventually the chair rotates to reveal that she looks exactly the same. I mean,
well, no, they've unclipped her hair extensions, so
her hair is like
different.
We get a shot of them cutting her hair, but then in the next shot, her hair isn't. It's the same length as it was before. So it's like they cut her hair, then gave her extensions or something. It's like,
they definitely just unclipped some hair extensions and put her in a cardigan, and they're like, now you're different now.
She has more of a parting and less of a fringe, is probably the most I would say about this transformation.
Yeah. And her name is like 2 letters different.
Yeah. So good luck, General Kane.
Yeah,
what happens? What happens now? She asks. Now we hide you somewhere General Kane would never think of looking.
A stinking bait shack in Louisiana.
In what way is this winning? Princess Protection Program. Oh, General Kane, you can't have it all your own way while you rule Costa Luna unfettered. The real princess is living and dying in a stinking bait shack.
Is knee deep in mealworms, selling Monster Energy drink to truckers.
This film presents fleeing and living in hiding as a valid military maneuver. Like,
smart move.
Yeah.
How much are they paying for this Princess Protection Program? That's what I want to know. I hope it's not much.
It must be hugely expensive. And also, I'm not sure it's fair because Costa Luna looks like it's a kingdom of like 20 dudes, right? So they're probably not contributing as much as, I don't know, like the United Kingdom is contributing to the PPP. Like, but are they granted the same level of protection?
Well, maybe the PPP would step in and like do a counter incursion if the UK monarchy was overthrown.
Yeah.
But because Costa Luna has chipped in like $60.
Yeah, they're like, well, we could offer you a bait shack in Louisiana.
You can live in a shack in the swamp. Okay.
With one of our staffers. Yeah.
You can move into Major Mason's spare room.
So we got back to the bait shack. As they enter, Princess Rosalinda, who now goes by Rosie for the rest of the film, she sees a catfish being picked up in a net and gasps as if to say, I've never seen anything so slimy and disgusting. I don't know whose hands these are holding the net, because this is like, it's the bait shack. We see some hands holding a net. I don't think it's Selena Gomez's hands.
No, because we see her arriving on a school bus.
Yes, we do.
Wallowing in misery. She gets dropped off. She sees that her dad's car is there and she runs in looking for her dad.
Yay.
Runs into her room and discovers that Rosie is there sitting on a second bed that has been introduced into her bedroom.
Bold as brass. She runs in not expecting to see a princess, but then sees one.
Yeah.
You can imagine how she feels. Who are you, Carter asks. And the princess says, Rosie, the PPP training kicking in immediately.
Yeah.
Major Mason gave me this room, she explains. He's been lovely.
So what are you doing here?
Oh, Major Mason gave me this room.
He did, huh?
Yes, he's been very lovely.
Lovely.
Of course, the suite is much smaller than I'm used to, but it will feel much larger once I have that extra bed removed.
It's not extra, it's mine. Will you excuse me for a second?
Yes, you are excused.
So it's motocross's sexual Frenchman all over again.
Yeah.
She's been usurped in her own room.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Yeah. So outside, Carter storms out to confront Dad, who's working the dock in some undefined way, even though his real job is, I don't know, like killing militants for the PPP or whatever.
He's solid snaking his way through.
Yeah, it's like performing
air ducts and
state-sanctioned murder. I don't know. Like, so
sliding a knife behind a corrupt general's windpipe.
Also, like, why didn't Major Mason feel the need to tell his daughter about Rosie? So Carter gets home and sees Rosie is there and then goes out and is like, Dad, who the hell is Rosie? And he's like,
it's clear the Princess Protection Program has the resources to relocate people to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Why does this one have to live in his spare room?
Yeah, I would think that is less safe, right? To be living with a member of the PPP, because General Kane probably has, like, spies and moles inside the PPP.
Yeah.
Any, like, self-respecting democracy would, right?
They would be keeping tabs on this private military corporation.
This PMC exclusively for protecting billionaire princesses.
Yeah, it sounds like a major threat to most national securities.
Yes. So Carter's like, who is she? And Dad is like, oh, what? What?
This isn't good. I've had just about enough of your attitude, young lady.
He says, I had to bring her here. The director didn't give me a choice. We didn't actually see the director not giving him a choice, so that's not clear. You should have warned me, Carter says, and Dad is like, ugh. What I do is complicated, Dad says aggressively. But if I thought for 1 second it would hurt our family... ... He sort of leaves the end of that sentence hanging. Wisely, I think, because what he's done is bring, like, a high-value military target home to live with his precious daughter.
Yeah, in their completely unprotected... He's not like his John Wick or something. He's not got a floor safe full of, like, submachine guns and grenades.
Yeah, when General Kane, when they do, like, a sort of night incursion onto the bait shack, he'll be like, wait, let me get high and find a sash to swing on.
Wait, my saber is in the car. Let me go and get... Oh, no, I've been killed.
Oh, you've blown up the car. I see.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so Dad says that she has to blend in as a normal American teen, and Dad tells Carter to say that she's your cousin. If we do our job right, says Major Mason, she'll be out of here and back to her own country in no time. Because getting General Kane deposed legally is going to be very...
They're finding a legal way to depose General Kane, which will take, a couple of days max.
Yeah, probably NATO will go through his taxes and, have him banged to rights. Easy peasy.
There you go.
Yeah.
So later, Carter and Dad are playing cards together. Dad explains that she'll have to lend her clothes to Rosie because the PPP doesn't have budget to go to Target and buy her a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Good agency.
So she goes to bring Rosie, who sat in her room, a slice of pizza. But Rosie, who sat bolt upright on the bed, says, "No, thank you. I wish to sleep. But you may help me prepare for bed. I need a nightgown," she says in a princessly way. "Preferably silk, preferably pink." Mm-hmm. And haughtily, Carter, the real American, throws some normal pajamas at her.
Throws some real American pajamas into her face.
Yeah, then Rosie asks to use the bathroom in Spanish for some reason. Mostly, I think, so that Carter can be like, "What? What are you saying?
What are you talking about? What is that language?" She goes into the bathroom and there's a lizard in it. She screams at it, and then Carter's like, "Oh, come on," and then picks up the lizard like a real American.
Yeah, like a real
American. Carries it outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if you're from Louisiana. Like, random lizards in your house, that's not good.
Probably, yeah. I think you're okay to be alarmed about that.
About giant lizards in your bathroom.
Carter says, "Do you not have lizards where you're from?" And Rosie says, "Maybe, but I never see them. That's why we have Henry." Henry's never mentioned again. But
she has a royal reptile wrangler to make sure she never sees a lizard.
I would love a film about Henry, the man in charge of making sure Princess Rosalinda never has to see any of the abundant wildlife on Costa Luna.
He's diving in front of her like a Secret Service agent taking a bullet, so she doesn't have to see a gecko.
You nearly saw a gecko,
Your Highness. So we cut to breakfast, where the point of the scene is to highlight how these people are down home real Americans, and it's very different to the courtly life that Rosalinda is used to.
Yeah.
But what it is Selena Gomez just chugging milk out of a carton and going, oh yeah, milk. It's just, don't be shy, Rosie. Grab whatever looks good, says Dad. There's all live bait squirming on the counter all over the toast. Lizards in her orange juice.
Mealworms pour out of every cupboard.
An asphyxiating carp is just flopping around on the countertop.
Grab whatever looks good, I said. That carp, for example. So Rosie appears to this is I mean, it probably wasn't Demi Lovato's fault, but the acting choice made here for the first half of the film is that she sort of jumps in alarm at literally every sound and noise and voice and sort of sensation entering her mind.
Also, she sort of delivers every line like she's a robot.
Yes,
she doesn't use contractions at all.
Yeah,
she's like, I cannot, I will not,
I will not. Hello.
Yeah.
You may help me dress for bed.
I am Rosie.
I am Rosie the robot. Oh, wait. Sorry, I misread the script.
Sorry, I've got the stepsister from Planet Weird pages stapled together.
Oh, no. Okay, so the school bus beeps outside. Where are we going? Rosie jumps and is like, ah! And Dad, who is just staring at the newspaper, says nothing. And then Carter's like, oh, we're going to school. You have to go to school, obviously. Did Dad not, have to register? I think it's amazing how emotionally uninvested Dad is in this whole thing. He's like, he's got her living in her house, but he won't explain to her what she's doing today.
No.
Or he just reads the newspaper. Yeah. And she's like, where am I going? What's happening? And
he's like, you're off to school. Have fun. I'll be here selling bait for some reason. So they get on the bus. Carter introduces Rosie as her cousin to the bus driver. I am Rosie, she says.
Yeah.
The bus is all rowdy and she sort of falls over the seat as it lurches.
Yeah.
In Dad's truck, a buzzer goes off. He's contacted by the PPP. Mm-hmm. Stage 4 is complete, he says. She's safe, I assume. I just send her off to school and have no oversight on what's happening. Anyway, if anyone needs me, I'll be in a shack scooping mealworms into a bucket. Do you have eyes on the princess? No. I just bundled her into a school bus and sent her off.
No, I have a really good plan. What I've done is I've sent this high-value military target to my daughter's high school. I think that's a good idea for everyone. We cut to high school, where we meet a fun new character, the world's worst boy. His name is Ed. He's filming women as they get off the bus.
He's at least 7.5 feet tall, has Jonas hair, and is filming women on a camcorder as they get off the bus.
I have dynamite information for the presumably statistically large number of listeners who listen to Mum Can't Cook and also watched hit TV drama Succession. Ed, from this film, the tall, weird boy, is Greg from Succession. You'll just have to trust me, Andy, that right now many listeners are going gasping in excitement because OMG, it's Greg from Succession.
Does he film women and have bad hair in Succession?
He has bad hair. He's distractingly sort of comically tall, and he's got the exact same unbearable, awkward, propulsive energy that he's got here. Except here, it's kind of portrayed as a sort of likable love interest.
Yes,
which if you've watched Succession, you will know is not going to work.
So he's filming everyone. He's making a documentary, The Rocky Path from Humble Peasant to Homecoming Queen. Rosie is intrigued by the concept of Homecoming Queen. They don't have it where she's from. Carter is like, shut up. Yes, they do. You're from Iowa. You're supposed to be a typical American girl. Blend in, idiot.
Yeah. Later on, we cut to class. Ed, Greg from Succession, walks into class. He's still just filming all the women. Sit down, Carter yells at him because he won't stop filming women. Rosie comes in and asks for a seat. But a jock is on the seat. It's Donnie from before. He says, this seat is school property, sassily, but then he turns around and harpstrings play as he falls instantly in love with Rosie, Demi Lovato, the princess. So he immediately offers her the chair and goes and gets a different table by simply killing a nerd.
Yeah. He looks at his friend and he's like, what? She's hot. Carter sees this and can't believe because sexual Donnie is her crush.
Yeah, she's crushing on Donnie, and now it seems Donnie's crushing on Rosie. OMG. OMG.
The bell rings. It's French class. It turns out that Rosie speaks 6 languages, English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and Japanese. But she says in French to her teacher, she likes English the best because she is American. and the teacher's like, okay, weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Are you some kind of exiled princess?
Carter hangs her head in despair at this inability to blend in. We cut brilliantly to General Kane, thank God. He is spinning a globe and sort of making puppeteer hands over it and going, where are you, my little princess? in a kind of gleeful way.
Yeah, in an M. Bison type of way.
Yeah. Then General Kane has the Queen summoned to him. He says that he's imagining something. He's picturing a handsome young general being crowned king by a grateful populace. You'll never be king as long as I'm alive, the Queen says unwisely.
As long as my head is attached to my shoulders.
as long as my aristocratic relatives remain unshot. Yeah.
And he does a lot of kind of seize them, take them away kind of stuff, which is great.
Yeah. That was that. Back to the cafeteria. Rosie comes up with her tray to get food. She's still like jumping at every noise and sight and sound. She unwittingly cuts in line, not knowing about how school works. And a boy is like, hey, no cutting. But then Donnie rocks up and is like, oh, you can cut because you're with me.
Because I'm sexual Donnie.
Sexual hunk Donnie.
She speaks Spanish to the server, asks about the food. She's told it's carne misteriosa, or mystery meat.
Yeah.
So she has a hamburger. She's unfamiliar with the concept, never having seen one somehow.
Yeah, somehow. At the table, Ed is filming Carter while she tries to eat.
Zooming in on her mouth.
He says, are you going to eat that nasty food? And he kind of mumbles it in a, like it's almost a prayer.
Yeah, or it's like a very specific fetish, perhaps.
Yeah,
it's like, you going to eat that nasty food?
You can eat that nasty food.
She's like, please stop, Ed.
Ed is unbelievably... And again, no shade to the actor Nicholas Braun, Greg from Succession. But, like, yeah, he is not written in a likeable way here because he won't stop filming people eating and muttering at them.
The rest of the sort of popular girls, they can't believe that Rosie is so high and mighty. She's eating her hamburger with a knife and fork. She's using a napkin. They can't believe this.
Who does she think she is? Fumes Chelsea.
Donnie is watching this admiringly, but Chelsea kicks him in the shin. She leans into her evil friend Brooke. She may be a loser like her cousin, but she's dangerous, she says.
So Carter goes and sits at the same table as Rosie. You're supposed to be blending in, says a furious Carter, and shows her the proper way to hold a burger.
Yeah, she shows her how to eat a hamburger like a goddamn American.
Yeah.
You don't put your pinkies out, you cram it into your mouth, you get mustard all over your face, you fill your airways with ground beef, and you salute the goddamn flag, you pinko, she says.
So Rosie does that. Then a teacher goes and stands on a chair with a tannoy thingy. On Monday, he explains there will be nominations for the homecoming court. He says that the girls nominated for the homecoming court must be kind, intelligent, honest, charitable members of the school community.
They must have exemplary character.
Exemplary character.
Yes, exemplary. Like a princess.
What kind of school system is like, let's choose the 3 students with the most exemplary character, and then I guess all the rest of you can just die on a heap or something like...
Yeah, the rest of you scum, there's no point bothering.
Yeah.
I mean, this is,
Your character is not as exemplary as these. Anyway, the 3 with most votes will become homecoming princesses, and on Friday night at the dance, one will be crowned homecoming queen.
This is just an unnecessarily complicated system. Also, there appears to be no corresponding homecoming king.
No.
That is not part of this.
No, just like there's no prince protection program, there's simply no mention.
Everyone claps and cheers. Chelsea is beaming at this.
Rosie's like, you vote for royalty here? Her lip curling in aristocratic disgust.
Yeah, we're a goddamn democracy, says Carter. USA! USA!
Yeah.
We're into voting, she says. It seems that Rosie's princessly education was a bit lacking as she appears unaware of the concept of a constitutional monarchy.
Yes, right. She says, well, then anyone can be a princess here? Even you? To Carter. Carter sort of says, yes, I suppose so. And then before Carter knows what's happening, Rosie has stood on a chair and says, I would like to nominate my cousin Carter to be your queen. I think she would make an excellent ruler.
Yeah, Carter storms off tomboyishly.
Needless to say, everyone sort of laughs a bit at this. Ed films the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's so tall, my note says.
He's filming the whole thing and he's just sort of mutters, wow, to himself under his breath. Wow, man.
Wow, man, it's really all happening here at lunch. All the things are going on. I'm seeing it all happen.
See it all happen. You can eat that nasty food. The next thing that happens, this happens several times in this film. Carter and Rosie will have a disagreement at school, and then it will smash cut to them at home arguing. And it doesn't imply that they
sat in silence on the bus the entire way and then picked it back up.
I can't stop thinking about them sort of like fuming in silence on the school bus and then stomping up the driveway in silence, getting into the bedroom and then closing the door and then tearing into each other.
Picking it back up. It's clear that like where Carter and Major Mason live is extremely rural, and where the school is quite urban. So I imagine that's at least a half-hour bus ride, if not more.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, they're like an old married couple who've like embarrassed each other drunkenly at a dinner party and are like sort of
on the train, not on the train.
Yeah.
We're not doing this here.
You never want to do this anywhere.
You're just trying to get out of talking about it like you always do.
So, Rosie catches up with Carter back at home.
Carter! Carter! Leave me alone. I order you to stop. You order me? You order me. I order you to take a long walk off a short pier.
You cannot order me to do anything.
Want to bet? You're in my kingdom.
Okay, hey, whoa, what's going on?
Dad, she can't do it. She can't act normal.
I am normal.
Oh, really? Okay, so a normal person who has never seen a hamburger before can order one in 6 languages?
Really? You did that?
I always speak to my staff in their native tongue.
They're not your staff. They're lunch ladies, okay? Dad, can't you see that this isn't gonna work?
Carter, it's gonna work, okay? We just have to give it a little time.
Ugh.
I just love how uninvolved Dad is in all of this.
Yeah.
He's like, could not care less.
Yeah, he's like, you've got this unbelievably high-profile target that it's your job to be protecting.
Yeah.
And he's like, how was school? Oh, all sorts happened.
General
Kid came at me with a knife.
Some of General Kane's agents.
Yeah.
Leapt out
Well,
of the
obviously
swimming pool.
I couldn't be keeping an eye on you. I've got a bait shop to run for some reason.
Yeah. So yeah, the bait shop isn't a front for his role as the bee. It's like
it's not like the worm cases all rotate and there are machine guns behind them.
Yeah, no.
It's not like there's a lift that takes him down into a briefing room. It's a literal working bait shop. You occasionally see random old Louisiana weirdos buying fish heads off him.
And it must be maintained. So that night, Rosie sits up and looks out a window at the stars. She's looking at that photo of the Queen. She weeps for herself. She weeps for her mother. She weeps for the nation of Costa Luna. The next morning, Rosie is baffled to find Carter doing some chores. Perhaps I could learn...
I do not understand.
Yeah, she says, I could learn chores. You could teach me.
Perhaps I could learn this. Chores.
Yeah. Carter is like, oh, chores you want, is it? Yeah. Here's a chore for you. And she gives her a big bucket of waxworms to count.
Yeah, the worms are gross and she has to count them by hand.
Gross.
Carter goes off to help her dad paint a boat. In the background, we hear a crash.
Boat? What? Paint a boat? It doesn't matter. Fine. Go on.
Yeah, Dad isn't like doing the sort of that video of Keanu Reeves moving through like an assault course, shooting all the obstacles and sliding under barriers and throwing out flash grenades and stuff. He's literally painting a boat in the bayou.
Yeah. And then the next thing that happens is we hear a crash and a scream coming from where Rosie is. And Dad yells angrily, Carter, what's Rosie doing in the bait shop? Like, annoyed with Carter.
She's being killed by General Kane.
Apparently painting this boat is more important than doing anything concerning the political exile he's harbouring. And then he's angry with Carter. It's like, what's she doing in the bait shop? Was she not supposed to be in there? You've told me literally nothing. You've given me absolutely no instructions or guidance.
So they go back in there and she's fallen over and is covered in worms. I think I need to bathe, she says. Yeah. Carter's laughing hard at this, but Dad orders her to clean it up. Outside, we see Dad and Carter sort of roughhousing and joking about dinner. They come inside and the table is beautifully set.
What?
I didn't know we still had all that stuff, says Carter, looking like someone just walked over her grave. And I was like, great, here we go. We're going to get the dead mum lore.
Yeah.
We're going to find out why there's no mum in the picture. It's going to be a point of contention because she's used like the funeral china or something.
Yeah. She's used her ashes as pepper or something.
It's a Costa Luna delicacy. You make a paste of a mother's ashes.
I found your mother's grave in the backyard and I've dug it. I've organised a banquet.
So I don't know it's wrong to dig her up.
I didn't know it was wrong to organise a flower arrangement in your mother's skull. So I did that.
I don't understand things. But no, what's all this, says Dad. A proper dinner, says Rosie, emerging from a side hatch.
She's wearing like a midsummer flower crown. It's really...
Yeah, reason. She's made midsummer flower crowns for everyone else. Yeah. Tonight I serve you, she says.
Wow.
My mother grew up a peasant and she taught me many peasant recipes.
I'm sorry, what? So this annoyed me because the film is losing its nerve. It wants to do a story about a princess, but it can't have her be rich, rich and privileged.
No, she still has to be down home.
Yeah, she's still, But she isn't. The whole point is she isn't. If she grew up a peasant, she would know how children behave and she wouldn't be being so weird in school, right?
Yeah, and if she grew up a princess, she wouldn't know how to make chicken and rice because she's never cooked for herself.
Yes! Also, not to get all Game of Thrones about it, but if their father, the king, got a peasant woman pregnant, probably Dad's family would, have them killed or, disappeared or smuggled out the country or something. Or at least she would sort of live as a kind of unacknowledged bastard child.
Yeah, who would eventually come back and claim the throne.
It doesn't,
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why the dad isn't in the picture. Because we never find out what happened to the dad.
Yeah.
Maybe she was the bastard. She was a Perkin Warbeck. She had a claim to the throne.
Yes.
She overthrew, killed Dad, and is like, now I'm in charge.
Oh.
And my mum is my vizier.
Oh, man, I'm really into that. That's cool. Yeah.
So, I mean, we have to assume that's what happened.
No, I like that. That's fine. Yeah, she killed her dad. It's canon now. Mm-hmm. So she's prepared delicious chicken and rice. Sounds kind of fancy, says Carter dismissively. Let's order pizza. And Dad says, I haven't had a proper home-cooked meal since ... brackets, my wife exploded or whatever.
My wife got killed by General Kane.
Yeah.
Or similar, yeah.
Yes,
he's like, let's dig in, and he starts eating. Carter considers this an unconscionable betrayal. Dad's like, this is terrific. You're wonderful, to Rosie.
Yeah.
And Carter's face hardens. Rosie made rolls. Dad can't believe his luck. What a great daughter she's proving to be.
Yeah.
Carter removes her flower crown. Must be nice to play peasant for a day, she spits. Rosie's face hardens and she leaves.
Yeah. So Dad doesn't do anything. He stays there and he's just like, more rice for me.
Yeah, he's like shoveling rice and rolls into his face.
Wouldn't you? I mean, apart from anything else, his duty is to protect Princess Rosie. And now Carter, who knows that Rosie is secretly a princess, hates her. So wouldn't you worry that your daughter might, get on the phone to General Kane? We'll find out later in the film that anyone can phone anyone whenever they want. So,
Also, why is the film at this point is presenting Dad like a down-home, country widower who runs a bait shop, when he is also an international super spy who spends half his time at the PPP headquarters that presumably feeds him.
Yeah, right. And
they ordering pizza into the PPP.
Dad's whole deal is so weird because on the one hand, he's running this Louisiana bait shop. He's a working man. He's strong. He's tough. He stands for everything America stands for.
Blue-collar American.
Yeah, blue-collar American. Yeah. But also he devotes, all of his time and energy and secret life to, saving foreign monarchies and, protecting them, making sure they endure, guaranteeing... That's
pretty damn un-American, if you ask me.
Guaranteeing the continuation of sort of royalist lineages around the globe. But why?
but why?
But why? So, luckily, they get around this by never having Dad say any words. So his motivations can simply remain a mystery.
His mysterious motivations for why he does what he does.
If your character in your film seems like they don't make sense, try not having them say anything, and then you'll never sort of tie yourself in any knots at all.
But really, because half the time he's a sort of international royalty continuer, and the rest of the time he's a blue-collar bait shop owner. That feels like we should say something to sort of explain why that is, because that's such an unbelievable combination of character traits.
If we start saying things, then we won't be able to stop. It'll never. We won't be able to make it make sense. It's best if he just shovels rice into his mouth so he can't say any dialogue.
Okay, fair enough.
Andy, I'm living on the run in political exile now. As you know, General Kane is pursuing me across the ends of the earth. And
yeah, well, he would.
He would.
Yeah, he has to put you in prison to serve as a
There's a warning? Wait a minute. Why does General Kane have to put... It's not...
Anyway, you were saying Huel.
I was saying, yeah. Something on the run. Something. Quick energy required. Huel is the answer. Hey,
yes.
Why not check out Huel? So Huel is a global, complete nutrition brand. It's trusted by millions. Andy and I have been enjoying Huel Black Edition, which is a complete meal in a bottle, high in protein, low in sugar, and packed with all the nutrients your body needs to perform at its best.
That's right. Huel is a perfectly balanced meal designed by experts to provide all the nutrients your body needs from a meal. It takes all the guesswork out of healthy eating. It has no prep, no cooking. You can say goodbye to getting hangry, and you can say goodbye to unsatisfying snacks. Just grab a Huel instead.
Yeah, it tastes really good, and it is genuinely been a real lifesaver for me when it comes to lunchtimes. If I'm super busy, don't have time even to make a sandwich, I can just chug a bottle of Huel. I know I'm getting everything my body needs. Fills me up real nice.
There are tons of really good flavours. I keep discovering new ones. I had berry today.
I don't have no
Did
berry.
you know there's a berry flavour? It's delicious.
Did they send you berry one?
No, I bought it from the shop. I'm buying my own Huel now.
I'm buying my own Huel as well. I didn't see there was a berry one.
Well, I saw it, yeah. It's a rare variant.
All right, some emails.
I recommend it. But yes, my personal favourite is the Black Edition ready to drink. It has a whopping 35 grams of protein, plus 27 vitamins and minerals, all in one handy bottle. If you're tracking your macros, trying to get more protein, you'll know that 35 grams in one bottle is a lot. So kudos to Huel. You can take the leap yourself and join the community of Hueligans with this exclusive offer for new customers of 15% plus a free gift with the code MOMCAN'TCOOK at Huel.com. That's 15% plus a free gift for new customers with the code MOMCAN'TCOOK, all one word, at Huel.com.
Start your year off strong. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes, so you can focus on what really matters, like evading General Kane and his war dogs. La 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 la, just typing this email. Yep, just posting online. There we go. Enjoying life in witness protection, in princess protection.
Luke, what are you doing? You're in the princess protection program. You shouldn't be on the internet.
Oh yeah, but I'm not giving away any personal information. It's fine. I expect I'm being totally secure. I just got on the open Wi-Fi here at the bait shop.
Oh my god.
Yep, put in password mealworms with Wi-Fi. A 3 instead of an E and a capital M and a capital W.
For God's sake, Luke, at least tell me you used NordVPN software when you logged into the bait shop's free Wi-Fi.
I'm royalty. I've never heard of a VPN. I don't need a VPN.
My God, Luke.
I'm not a normal common person like you. What do you peasants need VPNs for?
We need it for protecting our data while travelling and using public Wi-Fi. NordVPN protects you wherever you are in the world, and its threat protection feature protects you from viruses, malicious malware, and phishing sites. You idiot. NordVPN is the fastest VPN in the world with no buffering, lagging while streaming.
You want to see a phishing site? You want to check out this lake?
It stops your ISP bandwidth throttling. Luke, are you listening to me?
No. Yes, I am. I'm taking it all on board. And actually, you know what? On reflection, it does sound pretty good. And now that I think a little harder, I remember that actually NordVPN is a very good service that I have actually personally been using for years, long before they were a sponsor of this podcast. It's a really cool, very easy to use app. It has all sorts of utilities. Privacy is amazing. You can watch movies and stream sports and stuff from other countries. It's fantastically useful. The interface is super user friendly, and it works on your phone as well. With the same login. It's on the same devices across one account. It's really good.
So to get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/momcan'tcook, all one word. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast episode description box. Get off the bait shop Wi-Fi. Why are you even on there?
Well, I've got to check my princess emails, my P-mails.
What I told you about checking your P-mail. Well, Luke, I've had to flee my home country with only the clothes on my back, which, as you know, is a sort of taffeta ball gown. Unfortunately, it does sort of mark me out as a princess, which means, my enemies can probably get a bead on me. So I really need something that allows me to blend in, but also kind of, I'd like something that makes me seem cool, but also kind of pays homage to my favourite video games and gaming companies.
You need a clothiers of the people.
Yes.
And that is Insert Coin. You want to head to insertcoinclothing.com and check out their fine, majestic range of licensed video game apparel. They've got cool gear based on all the video games that you know and love and play and enjoy.
I don't think so.
What?
I like Poppy Playtime. Do they have stuff about that?
Yes, they have Poppy. Yes, they have Poppy Playtime. Give me another one. What else do you like?
Okay, well, I'm heavily into the Yakuza / Like a Dragon.
They got it.
series. No,
they got it.
You're joking.
They got it. Whatever you want. All right. Give me another one.
Well, what about Hideo Kojima, the man?
Yeah, they got him. They got
stuff based on Hideo Kojima, the human man.
Yeah, they've got him bagged and tagged. Even if you don't end up buying anything, I would strongly recommend going to Insert Coin's website and just browsing around, because if you enjoy video games, the designs are really cool. I guarantee you will find something there that makes you smile and makes you go, I get it, that's fun, that's clever. I really like the designs. They are tasteful and elegant and cool and video gamey. I wear a lot of Insert Coin clothes, and I really like them. I've got this 6 Sekiro jacket. It's got the guardian ape on the back. It's just like a massive ape head that I wear.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
I would wear that every day.
Yeah, it's cool.
Lucky.
It's cool.
So yes, Insert Coin have given us a code for our listeners to use. If you go to insertcoinclothing.com and use the code Princess and the Demagogue, that's PRINCESANDTHEDEMAGOGUE, you can get 10% off online orders. Codes are not applicable on charity items, bundles, gift cards, postage, and some products at launch. Codes cannot be combined with other deals or promotions and are valid until the end of June 2025.
So, later, Carter goes and finds Rosie in her room, upset, lying on her bed. "You do not know me, Carter," hisses the princess. "What's the big deal?" says Carter.
So they have a discussion about Rosie's life in the kingdom. She tells about Costa Luna. "It's not on most maps," she says.
Yes. It's not
Which makes me think it may be probably not a country then, is it?
They've got Monaco on a map, and it's 2 kilometres wide.
They sort of declared themselves an independent territory of some other country. It's just in California. They're like, we're seceding from the Union. We're called Costa Luna and we're a kingdom.
We are the Royal Republic. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh my God. It's so stupid. We're not on most maps. It's not on most maps. Which maps is it on? Which maps bother?
There's no country.
There's no country that isn't on the map. The thing about maps is, and I can't believe I'm having to say this, the thing about maps is that they describe the shape of the Earth as viewed from above. And whether or not you have heard of Costa Luna, the fact remains that the bit of Earth on which it is
physically exists.
Exists and sticks out and is viewable on satellites. It's not like, if you've not heard of a country, then that bit of the map is just all rounded off.
So it's just a big question mark.
Just a big shrug emoji.
I think it's clear from this throwaway line that Costa Luna is either an unrecognised state,
yes,
or a disputed territory.
Yes, yeah.
So,
I don't know. Anyway, they continue to chat.
1 month before my coronation, our palace was attacked. Your father was very brave. He risked his life for you, I know. That's his job. He rescues poor oppressed princesses. Did he tell you we had to leave my mother behind? The man who invaded Costa Luna now holds her as a hostage.
I didn't know.
They told me by becoming Rosie Gonzalez was the only way to keep her safe.
Stop. It's okay.
Carter, whatever I did to make you dislike me, I am truly sorry. I will try to blend in. I will try to be from Iowa. It is the only way to save my mother's life.
I think the earnestness of this scene is so funny. God, this film is so stupid. It's so choice. I love hearing them talk about Costa Luna and General Kane and saving the life of the Queen. While it's
You've got to remember that General Kane is striding around like M. Bison in a cave.
With 4 dudes.
All I want to do is rule Costa Luna in the loving grip of the Pax Canonica.
Not for power. Not for evil. Oh my God.
It's so good.
So they agree to try again with each other and start over. But Carter says, listen, Rosie, you got to lighten up on the princess stuff. And Rosie insists that she wants to be a typical teen. At this point, I've written in my notes, hooray, because I've realised that now the film is going to become a sort of montage of teaching the princess to be a typical teen. And I'm really, really up for that.
Yeah.
And the film totally delivers.
Yeah, we smash cut to a bowling alley.
Needless to say, Ed works here.
Mm-hmm. He's in love with Carter. I don't know if we mentioned this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's in love with Carter. You kind of pick it up from the way he keeps filming her.
Yeah. So they go to hire shoes. What size? He asks Rosie. Yeah. And Rosie's like, I don't know. All my shoes are made for me. Can't be true. Cannot be true.
Cannot possibly be true. Yeah.
We see in the establishing shot of this scene that she's wearing wedges, which aren't the shoes that she fled Costa Luna in.
Right.
So where did they come from? Or what size are they? Look in the shoes you're wearing and see what size it says they are.
You're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that. That didn't occur to me because I was too distracted thinking about how Ed is like mumbling, desperate to learn about the dimensions of her feet.
Mumbling about her feet.
Yeah, he's like,
so
what size? So
Ed goes to get shoes.
Yeah.
Rosie sits on the counter and he sort of tenderly caresses her shoes.
No.
Her feet with trembling
Here's
hands.
the timeline. Okay. So she says, I don't know, all my shoes are made for me. Carter's like, just get her some shoes, Ed. Stop being so freaking weird. And Carter goes over to the bowling alley. But she's at the lane and her jaw hits the floor because she looks back and sees that Rosie has hopped up onto the counter and is sat swinging her sort of stockinged feet, waiting for Ed to place the shoes upon her, Cinderella style. Ed is up for this. Your Highness, he says, and he reintroduces himself as Edwin. He places the bowling shoes on her feet and mumbles sweatily, "It's been a pleasure serving you, milady," bowing very low.
He then climaxes and returns behind the bar,
wishing his dad hadn't confiscated his camcorder.
Chelsea, the evil girl, sees this and announces that from now on her bowling shoes will be applied in a weird fetishistic way.
Yeah.
She holds out her foot to a passing boy who isn't interested in touching and loving on it.
Yeah, your shoe's untied,
so she's
he says.
annoyed.
So she's cross. Worse news for Chelsea. Donnie is also here. He finds Rosie and is like, "Oh, Rosie," all swoony, and carries her bowling ball for her over to their lane.
Carter is annoyed by this. She says that Rosie can carry her ball like a normal person.
Yeah.
And then Rosie says, "So is Donnie your boyfriend?" "No," says Carter. No. "But he's special to you," says Rosie. "You look at him the way Ed looks at you." I hope not. I've written
through
panting and footwards.
Yeah, through a lens.
Yeah.
Carter explains bowling to Rosie. Rosie's like, "I am ready. You may fire at the target," because she doesn't understand that she is going to do the bowling. Like, as a
but
princess.
she does understand opening fire on targets, apparently having done it a lot in the past.
Yeah, which tells you something about... Maybe that tells you everything you need to know about what constitutes sport on Costa Luna.
Yeah,
like
just hunting humans for sport. Yeah. Definitely.
So, with the eyes of every teen in the film on her, Rosie bowls her first ever bowl, and it is a perfect strike. Okay, I want to dig into this a bit. So, like, Rosie is just like, does a perfect strike, and then she does more, and it's just like perfect strike after perfect strike.
Effortless strikes.
Perfect strikes. And she's never bowled before. And it kind of makes sense in the context of the film, because this movie, as I said, has a weird relationship with princesses, where it's like, princesses are so amazing. It's like...
No, it's just, princesses are just better than the normal people.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, why can Rosie bowl a strike every time?
Because she's a princess.
I was waiting for a throwaway line like, "Oh, just like my comportment lessons," or like,
I used to play with the heads in the baskets after the guillotining in the town square.
Not so different from throwing rocks at the poor, or something like that. But there's nothing like that. She just bowls perfectly perfectly, because this movie kind of links princessness with innate skill and goodness. It's like...
Okay, is it like the sort of the little girl's concept of what a princess is, as a sort of aspirational figure that embodies everything good about a human being?
Yes, and it is also the Disney forwarded like vision of what a princess should be. But the disconnect comes from the princess that they're talking about and that they're envisioning, the kind of like Snow White, Aurora, Cinderella, Moana. They do everything right because they are just like truly good and special and talented and kind people.
Yeah.
And like that is a fairy tale princess.
Yeah.
But this film isn't concerned with a fairy tale princess. It's concerned with a princess in the more modern legal sense, as like
as in the ruler of a country who passes laws.
Yeah, as in the sort of eldest living female heir to an established monarchy. Yeah, so it's like a kind of modern royal family, and it's just
they're two separate concepts.
They are two separate kinds of princesses. I don't know if this is something that like felt more like obvious and flagrant, possibly just because I'm a grown up and this is a film for children, which is obviously fine.
It was written by grown ups.
But it's written by grown ups, and it's like, is it because we live in the UK, which is one of the few remaining monarchies? And so, like, when I think of the royal family, there is absolutely nothing fairy tale about it. Whereas,
when I think of when I imagine King Charles trying to bowl, I don't think he would be good at it. I think he would f*** it up like everything else. He would sort of wander in like Mr. Burns and sort of couldn't get his sausage fingers into the holes, and it would just be sad.
Yeah, but everyone would sort of have to like say it was good and put out a press release being like, "Oh no, the king very much enjoyed himself." It's like it's this disconnect between a fairy tale princess and a literal modern day princess, and like the film can't figure out what it wants to do, because it wants to tell this parable about like a power struggle in Costa Luna, which is very like modern real princess, but it also wants her to be just perfect at bowling for literally no reason other than she's a princess, and a princess is the best thing you can be.
It's the best at everything. Yeah. It's super annoying.
Yes.
So Chelsea and her evil clique see all of this, and they're like, "Oh, we need to like adopt her into our evil clique," like in Camp Rock, because if she's more popular than we are, the vote to be in the homecoming court could go her way.
So Chelsea and Brooke sweep in, and they're like, "Hey, Ro, you're one of us now." Rosie is pleased by this development and is led away by the populace. I'm not sure where. Probably Dad wouldn't be loving this development.
He's led out into an alleyway where General Kane's goons whack her.
Does Dad even know she's at a bowling alley? I don't think so.
So bad at his job.
Later that night, Rosie finds Carter in her bed and is like, "Hey, why do you love Donnie so much?" Carter's reluctant to open up about her crush on Donnie, but then concedes that she's been in love with him since 3rd grade, since he kissed her under the basketball hoop. "He is quite beautiful, much like a prince," says Rosie. "I wonder if he is beautiful on the inside too." My nose is, "All right, Rosie, you've said 2 words to him." Like, the film is telling us that Donnie's a bit of a douchebag, but like, Rosie doesn't know that. Or like Rosie said like 2 words to him, and now she's like, "I'd just be interested to know if he's beautiful on the inside as well." Piss off.
Yeah. Also,
you don't know him. Donnie may contain multitudes.
Also, this assertion that princes are beautiful.
Yes, right. He is quite beautiful, much like a prince. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, centuries of inbreeding, probably not not great for your jawline.
Right.
Rosie suggests bowling again tomorrow, but Carter's working. "I will work too," says Rosie, but Carter's like, "No, I work in the horrible bait shop. Get your own thing. You can't have everything that's mine.
Yeah.
If you want a job so bad, go get one yourself."
Hooray!
All right, says Rosie. "I will. I'll just wander off.
Yeah.
Find a job at like the meat slicing factory."
Yeah, General Kane's meat slicery. This is brilliant though. I love that she's like, "Well, why don't you go find your own job? Because you're just asking for about 10 minutes or so of comic mischief."
You're asking for 10 minutes of cowbells level milk hoses.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we get.
Cut 2. "Thanks for giving me this job, Chelsea," says Rosie to Chelsea as they walk into a branch of Udderleys. a frozen yogurt dispensary.
It seems Chelsea's father is the yogurt king of the South.
Your dad is a king, says Rosie, like an idiot. Because, like, you must know.
She's never heard of... She's never heard of, like...
You must know that when someone says my dad is the yogurt king of the South, that's not a real...
He's literally... Yeah, he's a sort of golem made of yogurt.
You're also for all the other yogurt.
So, I'm half yogurt.
Oh, if you wish to fell the trees in these woods, you must make a pact with the yogurt king.
With the yogurt king.
Oh, for centuries we have honoured the yogurt king, and he has blessed us with his bountiful.
He has bestowed his bounty upon us. But he is quick to anger.
But lately the old ways are being forgotten.
People are not paying the proper respect to the yogurt king.
Oh, okay.
So we had that yogurt avalanche.
So Chelsea gives Rosie not enough training on the froyo machine on purpose, and gives her a humiliating hat to wear, and is like, lol, good luck, idiot, and leaves. Cut to Ed.
Filming Carter's face
Yes.
super close up. Please go away and leave me alone, she says.
Yeah, she's not liking it.
He says.
Yeah. Here she is, folks, mumbles Ed, a future homecoming princess of Lake Monroe, Louisiana. She's like, please, Ed, stop this.
She's a size 6.5. Why?
But he explains that he needs more before footage of her before the vote. Go shoot Chelsea or Brooke, Carter says annoyedly.
Nah, got tons of them already. They pay me to film them.
Is that why you're doing this? Because of the money?
Absolutely. I'm the only senior guy in Lake Monroe who doesn't have a car.
Figures.
You really hate this whole princess thing, don't you?
I don't hate it exactly. I just think it's shallow. Girls like Chelsea and Brooke, all they care about is shoes. Like wearing the right clothes make them superior. I just want to do something more important with my life, like my dad.
Yeah, he does sell some sick bait.
Right.
So speaking of princesses, where's Rosie?
How should I know?
I think I just found her.
Uh-oh.
So we cut to the yogurt shop. It's a disaster. Yogurt is spraying everywhere. Huge crowds of unsatisfied yogurt lovers are all laughing and wearing small trilby hats.
Rosie seems intent on filling up her hands with as many cones as possible. I don't understand. Well, no, actually, I do understand, because this is exactly the thing in Cowbells where it's like, okay, so what's happening is it's sort of general dairy chaos.
Yeah.
But in real life, if like a froyo machine or a milk machine like exploded or leaked and milk went all over the place, what you would do is back away from it or step away from the enlarging puddle and just be like, oh, shoot, and like go and find some towels or something.
Yeah, I'll turn it off at the wall and then figure this out.
What these movies need is for things to be a bit more comic than that. So you get these extremely forced scenes of someone like walking into like milk spray and like rolling around on the floor in milk spray and going,
yogurt everywhere.
It's in my eyes for some reason.
So a lot of people are standing outside the yogurt shop looking in through the window and laughing at the yogurt chaos.
Oh my God.
Donnie is one of them. He says to Chelsea, the evil girl, come on, Chelsea, she's dying in there. Help her out. But Chelsea and Brooke say, we would if only our pedicures were dry, and then we get a long lingering shot of their feet.
Ed behind the camera.
This scene was directed by Ed, yes. At Donnie's insistence, Chelsea calls over a boy named Bull and whispers something to him about something big and red and unmissable. So Bull sneaks in and presses the self-clean buttons on the yogurt machines. This causes all the yogurt to start spraying everywhere. Rosie tries to stop it, but the deluge of yogurt is too much, and then she starts trying to catch yogurt in her mouth.
Yeah, I don't. Carter and Ed arrive. They look on aghast as Rosie stacks it painfully on the floor. You said to get a job, she says through a mask of yogurt tears. They turn around to see all the teens are laughing at her. What is happening? Asks Rosie. And Carter explains the brutal news. Chelsea set you up. She tricked you and got all those people here to watch you make a fool of yourself. But then Rosie, displaying the exact
princessly courage.
The same princessly courage that I would expect from, for example, Princess Anne. Is like, fine. She says, I will turn the other cheek because that's what princesses do. Mm-hmm. And as some royal twinkly music twinkles, she walks out of the Froyo store through the teens with enormous dignity.
Yeah, like Fergie.
Like Fergie. If you sprayed Princess Anne and Fergie with Frogut, this is how they would walk out of there, with enormous dignity.
Sort of stately yogurt-covered bearing.
With enormous dignity.
The crowd part like the Red Sea to allow their stately procession to pass.
They fall to their
Your
knees.
father, the king of yogurts, would be very disappointed in you, she says to Chelsea as they leave.
So Chelsea and Brooke talk. Brooke has been texted 10 times because everyone thinks that Rosie is pretty cool and they liked the way she left the shop with dignity.
Like Fergie.
Like Fergie would. They're worried. They're worried, of course, that Rosie is popular and it's going to impact the vote for the homecoming court.
Yeah. I'm the queen. It's my destiny, says Chelsea. I'd rather eat carbs than see her snatch the crown.
Yeah, because the Disney Channel is perfectly happy to portray an obsession with weight as something to be mocked with one hand, while with the other it dictates beauty standards to every young person in America. Good energy, Disney, well done. So if she never becomes princess, she can't be queen, right? Chelsea reasons. So grab your cell, Brooke. We've got a whole load of texting to do.
Mm-hmm. We cut to the bayou. Carter is teaching Rosie how to burp.
This is
by drinking soda and then doing massive burps. And then Demi Lovato is sort of making giant weird teeth faces. She's got a very expressive face.
Yeah. If Mr. Elegante could see me now, Rosie muses. Must be nice to be a queen, says Carter. Actually, begins Rosie in an annoying way, it's not all about the dresses and the crowns, you know. My mother said that my father never called himself king. To our people, he was father, brother, and friend.
They used to fan him with a big leaf.
Yeah, right. When subjects call their king father and brother, that's a sure sign that they feel comfortable speaking their mind.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Father of the country, brother to all people.
Yeah. Do you? Is that how you feel, random peasant?
Yeah, I don't want to be thrown into the pit.
That's right. This is your friend the king. By the way, I'll take that sheep.
Rosie also says that Mr. Elegante is, if there were ever a family emergency, he would be the first one to call.
Okay.
She would call the fashion designer Senor Elegante. Just file that away for later.
Yeah, it's important. Believe it or not, it's going to be important. So they realise, Carter and Rosie, that they actually, despite all their differences, they do have something in common. They both want to do something with their lives and make a difference. Then, don't worry about that, because we cut at last to General Kane again.
Yeah.
Brilliantly, he's awarding himself medals.
For bravery and honour.
Yeah.
He is announcing his engagement today. Mum Queen walks in. Who would be so unfortunate to marry you, she says. Why, it's you, says General Kane. I will never marry you, says the Queen, not as long as my lungs remain unfilled with poison gas.
Who could be so unfortunate as to become your bride?
Well, as a matter of fact, she is standing right here in this room.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I will never marry you, ever.
Of course you won't. But Rosalinda will not know this. She will see the announcement, assume you are doing it to protect her, and come racing back to her mother's side just in time to join you in exile.
The people of Costa Luna will never accept that.
The same was said for the people of Costa Estrella 20 years ago, and look what happened. Take her back to her cell. Oh, and bring me my hair and makeup team. We must touch up this gray before I go on camera.
How good is the delivery of the General Kane dialogue? It's
just everything he says is such seize her energy. I love it.
Just in time to join you in exile.
So Costa Luna is so small that it doesn't appear on maps, but he's confident that his engagement will make worldwide news.
Man in nation we're not sure exists.
It's getting married. But it's basically, it's Bisonopolis. We should make the food court larger. All the major franchises will want in.
It is Bisonopolis. Oh my God. Be like if some guy phoned up Hello Magazine and was like, hello there. I am the king of
King Luke from the Republic of Luke.
King Luke from the Republic of Luke. And guess what? I'm going to be married in a lavish ceremony. Would you like to report on it? Well, no.
No.
I don't think so.
No. Where is the Republic of Luke? Oh, it's not on any map.
No, it's not on.
What do you
it's
mean?
not on most maps.
What do you mean?
Oh my God.
It's under the sea in a bathysphere. At the end of the scene, she says, the people of Costa Luna will never accept this. And General Kane says, the same was said for the people of Costa Estrella 20 years ago. And look what happened. So, I don't know what that means.
Look what happened.
The people of Costa Estrella will never accept you, General Kane. But then they did.
He says, and look what happened. And I'm looking around like... What happened?
What did
happen? I don't know what happened.
He's reunified the countries. He's a folk hero.
I guess the implication is, that like, well, then, but the implication must be that they have accepted him, which is good, right?
That's a good, yeah. It's been 20 years.
I don't know. Also, if General Kane seized power 20 years ago, he must have been about 13 when he did it.
Yeah.
The boy king of Costa Estrella.
the cruel boy king of Costa Estrella. So yes, at school, the children are rushing excitedly for the announcement of the princesses. The teacher gets up and announces Chelsea Barnes is one. Carter Mason, she says, and the teacher shrugs at this like it's bizarre that Selena Gomez would be considered attractive or popular.
Yeah, the teacher does a big like, how about that sort of shrug.
Whoa, that crazy tomboy.
Yeah.
She's wearing jeans and a baseball cap.
And thirdly, Rosie.
Yeah.
So Chelsea, evil Chelsea, Carter and Rosie have made it through. Brooke looks pissed off, understandably.
Yeah. Outside, Chelsea berates Brooke. We texted everyone at school. They were supposed to go for Carter instead of Rosie. Not Carter and Rosie, she says, and blames Brooke for this. If you were more popular, you'd be the princess, not her.
So is the implication here that Brooke texted everyone, vote for Carter and Rosie?
Vote for Carter instead of Rosie, because
that's what they were supposed to.
They were going to vote.
That's what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, but But
did she accidentally text vote for Carter and Rosie, or else how else do you explain that Carter was voted for?
Well, because people were like, I will vote for Carter.
But
I'll also vote for Rosie. There's been widespread voter fraud, I think, is the implication.
Right, okay. Yeah, I am popular, Brooke screams to nobody when Chelsea has left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she looks pretty angry. I wouldn't make an enemy of Brooke.
Yeah.
We cut to Donnie. He approaches Rosie and asks her to the dance with him.
Carter's shocked at this and runs off.
Yeah, fleeing in shame and rage. Then they teleport back to the bedroom at the bait shop.
Well, Rosie turns down sexual Donnie. She's like, no thanks.
Oh, yeah.
And then chases after.
Yeah.
They run through the portal that leads to the bait shop bedroom.
Yeah. That was humiliating, Carter says. Rosie tells her she is a princess now since the vote. You taught me to act normal and not royal. Now it's my turn to teach you.
Yeah.
You think being a princess is superficial. It's about what you wear and how you look, but it's actually about what you have to offer the world and who you are on the inside and how willing your grandparents were to push inbreeding right to the edge.
How unbelievably ruthless your grandfather was in destroying his enemies and burning their villages.
Yeah.
We get a montage of teaching princessing. They're sort of reading to unbelievably bored and sullen-looking children.
This is so patronising. This is like, this is. I mean, there was no real like love of monarchy in me, but it's been extinguished forever by this montage. It's like, you see like Rosie reading to little kids and Carter staring like she would never have thought to do something nice.
Yeah, but
it's
only
like,
a princess
could think of this. A kid hands her a book to read and she's like, what, me? Read you a book?
Me.
I'm not a princess.
But I suppose anyone could read a book.
I suppose so. Anyone could
to an unbelievably bored and sullen looking
anyone could be a princess. We see them donating clothes, although the donation turns into a makeover montage where Carter emerges wearing a series of princess looks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sort of big Diana gown, a Grace of Monaco wrap thing, and eventually a prom dress. Then Rosie gets one too, and they spin around and embrace to the strains of One and the Same by Selena Gomez
and Demi Lovato.
It's
a duet. Yeah.
Yeah. So
best friends.
Yeah. Back at home, They're doing that book balancing on head comportment thing. They're being sort of cute.
Carter's practicing walking and she's monologuing about how amazing Rosie is. Everyone likes her. She's so generous. It's a princess's job to help people, explains Rosie.
Yeah.
Carter admits she never thought about what it meant to be a princess, the world's hardest workers. You're my best friend, says Carter, who maybe has some kind of brainworm. Maybe it's some kind of parasite in the bait. Made its way into their food. I don't know.
Yeah. Then they tease each other. Carter's like, I hate you. And Rosie's like, you do? No, I mean, I hate you like you're my best friend, says Carter. Then they call each other beautiful and look in the mirror together. I think this is a good point to read an email we got from listener Elizabeth, who wrote, extremely excited for the PPP episode. Sorry, the PPP episode. I watched it over and over as a kid because I thought it was kind of lesbian, and now I am a lesbian. Also, I vividly remember a ludicrous makeover scene at Super Spy HQ and almost nothing else. I mean, yes, that was ludicrous. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I think that there was obviously like
I think you probably took what you could get on the Disney Channel at the time. I think, but
absolutely. But I think like I read that email before I watched the film.
So were you looking for it?
I think I can kind of see it. Like I think they are closer to each other than
at this point in the film. They're constantly like snuggling and calling each other beautiful and touching each other's hair.
You know, they sort of like share a room and are becoming really close, and yeah, they do a lot of like complimenting each other and stuff, and this kind of like weird awkward. And I hate you. No, I mean like you're my best friend, and this sort of like awkward stuff. I would say they, as always, when this sort of stuff comes up in DComs, I certainly feel like it was in no way intentional on like Disney's behalf, but I'm glad that this was able to be
right. But Disney doesn't get to dictate what it means to people.
That's right.
Bad luck, Disney.
That's right. Sorry about it, Disney. I can see it. I think they are like
going to take something quite meaningful from this. Actually, in your face.
Damn. This is the last thing we wanted. You were just
someone on Thorwald's head.
He
needs to hear about this.
You were just supposed to buy One and the Same by Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato on cassette.
Oh, we did.
No,
you're doing it wrong.
No, you're doing it wrong.
So at the school library, Brooke, the secondary evil girl, has been given a Spanish reading assignment. So she asks the librarian for something easy with pictures. She's given a Spanish language gossip magazine and is amazed to see an article about Princess Rosalinda. No way, she says, and makes a scheming face.
This is wild. So she opens a magazine, finds out that someone in her class is secretly a princess, and like makes a face as if to say, ho ho ho, this is gonna let me get one over on that smug Rosie. And not like, wow, I hope Rosie doesn't get me executed for the way I've been treating her.
Yeah, well, I hope the school isn't attacked by
isn't strafed by
General Kane's forces. Yeah. General Kane's super soldiers. Carlos Blanca was the first of many. As they march out of his laboratories.
Carlos Blanca electrically smashes through the wall.
Electrocutes every child.
Okay, back to the house. The director calls Dad Russianly to warn him that the tabloids are covering General Kane's engagement. He's doing it to draw...
slow news.
Yeah, right? He's doing it to draw Rosalinda out, Dad says. Yes, says the director, so it's imperative we keep this from Rosalinda. This is baffling to me. Why? Why don't they just talk to Rosie and say, Rosie, General Kane is trying something truly horrible to lure you out, but we need to tell you about it so that you know what he's trying to do to be sure it doesn't work. He's announced his engagement to your mother. And then you'd be like, oh, wow. Okay, that's...
Yeah, so what is the PPP doing to dethrone him? Don't worry.
It's all going
legal.
It's all going to be nice and legal. But instead, because Dad will do anything to not talk to the princess he's hiding in his house, although maybe in his line of work it's best not to get attached.
They've lost over 300 this year alone.
That's why Carter's being so like sullen and grumpy. She's like, I don't want to bury another best friend.
they're all way down with rocks in the bucket.
Yeah. Oh. What do you think the chum in the bucket is? The last princess we tried to save.
So the director asks, has Rosie made any enemies? Anyone who'd want to expose her identity? Oh, I don't know, says Dad.
Dad says not that I know of, but then he doesn't know anything.
He sends her up to school 8 hours a day and sits in his shack selling worms to weirdos.
So we cut to prom planning. Chelsea's being really bossy. She wants to follow spotlight and stuff. Brooke approaches Chelsea with the dynamite reveal in the magazine. They say, now we've caught her in a lie. We know she's actually a princess. Weirdly, they hadn't read it yet because it's in Spanish.
Yeah. So Brooke haltingly translates that one of them has fled the country and the other is in prison, speaking of Rosie and her mum.
Yeah.
Brooke is back in Chelsea's good graces and Chelsea has a plan. We cut to the bait shop. The girls arrive and tell Major Mason that they're here with a princess surprise for Carter.
Oh, this is Chelsea and Brooke, by the way. Evil Chelsea and Brooke at the house.
And Dad's like, I see no problem with that. The princess is unguarded in her bedroom inside. Go in.
Distractingly, Dad is carrying a huge noose over his shoulder in this scene.
Yeah, well, it's probably executing political dissidents, those with anti-royalist views.
So, evil Chelsea and Brooke confront Rosie in her room and blackmail her. Step down or face the firing squads of General Kane, as in step down in the sort of homecoming court. Rosie agrees to step down, but she says that Carter won't. She's no threat to you, Chelsea, reasons Rosie.
Fine. Let Bait Girl play princess for one night, says evil Chelsea. She just won't look like one. And then she steals all of the dresses and leaves.
How good is it that Chelsea wants to be homecoming queen so bad that she's willing to bring down the ire of a military despot on her high school?
It's pretty
awesome.
Also, neither Rosie nor Carter care about being homecoming queen.
Yeah.
They literally, neither of them care and neither of them want to be homecoming queen.
Yeah.
And she's like, if any of you get in my way,
I will tell General Kane.
I will tell General Kane and his Carlos Blancas will sweep across the school.
Sweep through prom.
Sweep aside every creed, every nation.
So Chelsea steals both dresses, but they leave the gossip magazine. Outside, they drive around in a VW Beetle, which is the mandatory car for decoms for reasons we still don't understand. Mm-hmm. And they throw their dresses up in the air and they land in the mud. And Carter sees them and is like, oh no.
Have fun at the dance, they hiss and then peel out. The dresses have a bit of muddy water on them. Carter's defeat is total.
Couldn't you clean them or what?
To dry clean it,
this
maybe?
Isn't the day of the dance, is it?
No, it's days before. Just dry clean it, it's fine. It's got a bit of muddy water on it. So she comes into the bedroom and Rosie tells her that she has to leave and presents the magazine. She's discovered the marriage. I have to go back. I have a duty to my people.
Yeah.
I've loved living here in a filthy bait shack in a literal swamp and I wish my life were like this every day. But this is not reality, she says.
I've loved living here in Louisiana. And I wish my life could be like this every day. This is not reality. I mean, you think my life as a princess is some fairy tale? This here is a fairy tale. And I cannot hide here anymore. Soon I will be queen of Costa Luna. My country needs me.
You're right. They do need you. They need you to lead them and to protect them. And that's something you can't do from jail, which is exactly where you'll end up if you go back to Costa Luna.
So at this point in my notes, I paused the film and scrolled forward because I needed to make sure that this movie was going to end with General Kane attacking Homecoming.
Okay.
And I could see from the little thumbnail preview as I scrolled along the timeline that it did.
But General Kane attacks Homecoming.
General Kane attacks Homecoming. I was relieved, and then I went back to where I was. But I couldn't keep watching, not knowing if General Kane...
Not knowing if it was going to happen.
If it was going to happen, so yeah. No way am I letting this happen, Carter resolves, even though it's not clear how on earth Rosie would get home.
No.
There's this whole time she's like, that's it, I'm going back to Costa Luna. And they're like, no, don't do it. But no one's ever like, you can't though.
Presumably they haven't given her a passport or anything.
Like, you can't even get off the property. You're in the middle of the bayou. Like, what do you mean get back to Costa Luna? How? You take the school bus to an airport? You're going to find a commercial flight to somewhere that's not on most maps?
Again, it's entirely possible. It's some guy's yard that has declared themselves.
Yeah.
seceded from the Union and calling it Costa Luna.
The film doesn't grapple with this question of how Rosie would get back home if she wanted to.
It's fine. So in Costa Luna, the designer Elegante gets a call from Carter, brackets question mark.
Who is this? He says. I'm a friend of Rosalinda. She's about to make a big mistake. She wants to come home. No, says Elegante. It's too dangerous. I know, says Carter, but I have a plan. Listen carefully. I would do anything for the princessa, says Elegante. Okay, to start with, says Carter, I need 2 dresses. Okay, right. So this is the point at which the film becomes irretrievably baffling. Amazing, yes, but baffling. I think the main thing that I'm struggling with is that Carter contacting Mr. Elegante, who is in Costa Luna, and saying, hey, my name is Carter. I live with the princess who's in hiding. If you were wondering where she is, she lives with me. I need you to post 2 dresses to this address, which is where she is.
Hey, Mr. Elegante, I assume you're loyal to the princess and haven't switched sides to the military junta.
And also, even if he is loyal, the idea that, General Kane isn't going to be like, hey, Elegante, I see you've been shipping children's dresses to an address in Louisiana. Is that anything to do with the missing princess?
Also, where did she get the number? Did she just call the switchboard of the palace?
Oh, yeah, because, Rosie doesn't have a phone, does she?
No.
She says if I would, Elegante is the one I would call if I was in trouble. And then I sort of assumed that she just sort of stole the number from Rosie's phone, but of course Rosie doesn't have a phone because she's a princess.
And also he's on a landline in an office in the palace. So presumably she had to be put through a switchboard.
It is the most staggering security lapse for Carter. For Carter to make contact with Costa Luna and be like, please post me some stuff.
I was going to wear this dress, but it's got some muddy water on it. So instead of dry cleaning it, I thought what would be easier would be to contact the designer of Costa Luna, get them to ship me some dresses from presumably South America.
Presumably. So Carter does have a plan here, but I was still trying to figure out exactly what the plan was at the point where the credits rolled. So, but all we can do is we'll tell you what happens and we'll sort of try and figure it out as we go.
We'll get to it. Yeah. So on the dock, Rosie and Carter sort of saying goodbye. They say they'll miss each other. Do me a favour before you go, says Carter. You said it's a princess's job to help others. The dance is on Friday night and there's some people I want to help. To make this night special for them, for all of us. Stay until then. And Rosie smiles and agrees she will stay to help. So we get a montage of Carter talking to people, the bus driver, kids in the ice cream parlour, the homecoming committee, and then we see a large group of nerdy, unpopular girls being given princess lessons on the dock. What? They're walking with books on their head. They're sitting on chairs demurely. Dad sort of sees this and is confused, but doesn't ask what's going on or do or say anything.
Yeah. So Dad goes outside to find his dock crawling with teen girls, and the princess he's charged with protecting sort of up to something that he doesn't understand, and he goes back inside.
Yeah. Good.
But this is weird. It's more sort of like princess nonsense. I don't know. And like, it's kind of implied because they all have glasses and are reading books that like all of these girls who are gathered on the docks are all sort of like nerds and dorks and I don't know.
Yeah, we've never seen them before.
Yeah.
It's not set up in any kind of meaningful way.
Anyway, cut to Elegante is on the phone to General Kane. He has betrayed Carter and is giving General Kane the details of the homecoming dance so that he can go there and kill them.
Fuel the jet, shouts Kane. Tell the pilot we'll be flying to Louisiana. It's an interesting plan. So the ruler of this foreign country is going to fly to the United States of America.
Yes. Go to
gain entrance to the country somehow and then perform an extraordinary rendition on some kid.
And I mean, presumably, America's retaliation will be immediate and severe.
Total.
Costa Luna is a nation of 20 dudes.
It's an act of war against the United States. Yeah.
I think what I'll do is I'll fly my jet and attack a high school and then like kidnap a princess. Yeah. I'm sure this will go fine.
So General Kane goes into Elegante's workroom. There are some dresses around. He says, this blue dress is for the princess as it is best for her skin tone. Yes, says Kane. Good, I'll remember that. And then the scene ends.
Yeah. Cut to Carter opening a big cardboard box with Rosie. It's full of lovely gowns. Carter, where did you get them, says Rosie. Well, you said to contact Mr. Elegante in an emergency, and I think this is a fashion emergency. Carter, you are...
did what?
Carter, you are brilliant, says Rosie, wrongly.
Wrongly? Carter, you did what? He posted this?
Carter,
you gave him this address?
Carter, you've given General Kane a direct link to my princess protection.
To my prince, she starts to say, but then suddenly she stops. A thin trickle of blood runs from the corner of her mouth. We see a bullet wound in her chest. Blood blossoms on her blouse.
Weaselly, she gets out her final words. Well, I suppose it was a fashion emergency.
Suddenly, the cabin is lit up with automatic weapon fire. Carter is riddled with bullets.
This is good for Kane, because not only does he get to kill the princess, he also gets to kill Mr. Mason.
Yeah.
And, presumably get some leverage and a way into the hated princess protection program.
Yeah, they can find that girl in the Arctic and shoot her as well. Carter says that the blue dress is for her.
Yeah.
Even though Elegante said that the blue dress was for the princess earlier. So clearly this is part of some sort of complicated plan.
Now, I genuinely didn't pick up on this. Did you, did this sort of register with you on your first watch?
Yeah, in my notes here, which I was writing as I wrote, I've written, Carter says the blue one is for her, so they're doing a princess switch, maybe?
Okay, so
is what I've
that's
written.
Good, because it meant that the rest of the film will have made quite a lot more sense to you than it did to me. Then, all of a sudden, Helen the bus driver is here. Come on in, girls, she says. Helen's House of Beauty is open for business. And we see Rosie and Carter and Helen getting all of those nerdy girls from before ready for the dance. These nerdy girls aren't from a particular club or anything.
Nope.
They are just some girls.
They just wear glasses.
Yeah. In some sort of dork outreach program that Rosie has taken upon herself.
Yeah.
She's
patronising princess makeover program where the kind of Eloy princess will kind of make these Morlock children into something approaching humans for the evening.
You're welcome. Yeah. It comes easily to me because I'm a princess.
I'm a princess.
Because I'm divinely appointed,
human virtue.
Born to reign.
So we see Carter is now wearing the blue dress, the finest gown that Santa Luna's designer-in-chief, Elegante, could produce. Yep. It doesn't fit her, and it looks like it's made out of polyester.
Also, I think it's a bit weird.
It looks so cheap.
Imagine if you were one of the girls and it was okay, well, it's homecoming. The homecoming dance. A big deal. Oh, darling, what dress will you be wearing? Oh, no, I'm going to go get ready with about 20 other girls at the bait shack where Carter lives. Oh, I sort of thought it could be a sort of popular bonding moment for you and I. We could do makeup and talk about plans for the evening, hopes and dreams for the future. I could take a photo of you at the foot of the stairs in your dress. Be no, we're all going down to the bait shack to have a princess patronise us.
We're all going to reek of maggots. It's a sort of patronising act of charity by a princess.
So the girls hug and get ready. Dad takes a phone call. Have a good time and be careful, he says, bare minimum invested in their safety. Mm-hmm. And as a last touch, Helen gives every girl a terrifying Venetian masquerade mask.
Yeah.
This was not mentioned anywhere prior.
Nope.
This is not a masquerade ball.
It's so funny that they're like, hey, nerd girls, you're all beautiful. Come and get made over. But you are going to have to wear these masks.
Yeah, you are good. Yeah. Oh, my God.
We've done all we could to your face and hair, I'm afraid.
So we cut to homecoming. We see Chelsea pulling up in her fancy car. She's not dressed for a masquerade. Then the school bus pulls up and dozens of begowned teens step off, all of them horrifyingly concealed with masks.
Yep.
They look like enemies in a steampunk horror video game or something.
They all look like Dead by Daylight killers.
Yeah. Chelsea's like, the hell? Masks? And then she tries to exit her car, but does it poorly and falls on the floor.
Uh-huh.
Inside, the teens dance around. Donnie rocks up all brazen.
All 35 years old of him.
Yeah, and there's a dork dancing with Carter, and he's like, hey, dork, get out of here, dork. I'll be doing the dancing with Carter from now on. He takes Carter's hands.
He takes Carter's hand, and she's like, no, what's the problem? I thought we had something. Actually, we don't, says Carter. Isn't this what you've been waiting for since 3rd grade? He says. Before I put on this dress, you didn't know my name. I'm a princess tonight, but I'll always be bait girl, says Carter, and Donnie is dismissed.
I've realised you are not pure at heart, yeah.
Ed sees this and approves, looking like Paul Dano from There Will Be Blood.
He is I say this as a tall man myself. He is genuinely 2 heads taller than everyone else in the scene. It looks like a forced perspective shot. It looks like Gandalf amid the hobbits.
Distractingly, unnecessarily tall.
He is so tall. And, good for him. It's great to be tall. Especially if you're like a filmmaker, like you're going to be getting primo shots of the stage at this homecoming. But, man, it is jarring on camera. Backstage, Chelsea is having a hair emergency.
Yeah, she's trying to fix her fall damage from earlier.
Yes, her hairbrush is sort of jammed in her hair. Brooke finds her. She's like, shut up and fix me. Give me lip gloss now. And then Brooke has had enough and gives Chelsea a lecture on the true nature of princessery.
You can't use my lip gloss anymore. But I have to look pretty. I'm a princess. Yeah, a terrible one. A princess is supposed to be a girl of exemplary character, a role model. But you're not even kind, honest, or charitable in any way. You're not even nice. I don't think I want to be your friend anymore. Oh, Brookie. Don't call me that.
Wow.
So, yeah, Chelsea has a sort of moment of reflection where she realizes her awful ways. But I guess it doesn't take because she carries on being awful.
Yeah, she does.
Outside, a nerd girl thanks the 2 princesses. She says she never thought she could look or feel beautiful, but here she is wearing a mask concealing her identity.
Yeah, until you gave me a royal makeover.
She feels great.
Yeah. Then a song that goes, ooh, ooh, starts to play. I love this song, says Margaret the girl.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and drags Carter to the dance floor.
But outside, who's this? It's General Kane and his 4 dudes.
It's brilliant. The silhouetted form of General Kane storms alongside the high school swimming pool. And then Chelsea runs up to him and goes, there you are. You don't understand, says General Kane. I am... And Chelsea completes, security, I know, you're late. What's with the uniforms? No one's wearing berets this year. Just stay out here and make sure no one gets in the dance unless there's students here. Mm-hmm. And then Kane, for some reason, says, got it. And then Chelsea leaves.
So inside, they're about to announce the homecoming queen. Masks on, everyone, says Carter.
They meet at, they meet by this table that seems to be covered in heaps of scrambled egg wrapped in cellophane. I was trying really hard to figure out what this stuff was.
Yeah, each child is allowed 1 handful of scrambled egg.
Grab a fistful of egg, children.
Join the bacchanal. Wow, unlimited egg.
Well, not unlimited. 1 handful.
Well, 1 handful of egg each. But you have enough money for plates.
Maybe you've got huge hands.
Yeah. The principal takes the stage to announce it. General Kane walks in. Princesses everywhere, he says, looking around. But then he notices the Caribbean blue dress that Elegante told him about. He sees Carter in it and he thinks it's Rosalinda. He walks up to her and says, come with me now and no harm will come to your friends. And so they leave together. So presumably he was just going to start blasting into these children.
I guess that was the plan. So Carter turns silently and walks away peacefully with Kane, acquiescing. Mm-hmm. My note is this part of the plan? Was Carter's big plan to be taken in place of Rosie?
I think so.
So that she could be, I don't know, like dumped over the Atlantic, because
her plan was to go back to Costa Luna and die in prison. I think.
I guess. Well, I mean, I hope that General Kane wasn't planning on removing her mask to verify her identity until they were there.
Until they got there.
If General Kane does that and he gets to Costa Luna and he takes off the mask and goes, I've been tricked. You know what he can do then? He can just
go back.
He can go back because he knows where she is.
He could easily go back.
Or I suppose he could contact the PPP and be like, I'll kill your daughter if you don't hand over the
I've got Major Mason's daughter. Yeah. I'm going to kill her. Yeah.
I just can't really imagine a scenario in which handing yourself over to General Kane when he thinks he's getting the princess but he isn't is a good idea. Like, unless Carter thinks that she's going to be like shot in an alley and before she's identified, and that would be good because then Kane would think that she's dead. I don't know.
Maybe she's planning to sort of like, I don't know, maybe she's planning to like wrestle controls of the jet and put it into the ocean, killing herself and Kane and his 4 dudes.
Yeah, achieving what her father never
could.
If
Kane and his 4 dudes are here, presumably Costa Luna is being liberated right now because there's no one.
Yeah, right.
stopping
Why isn't the Queen? The Queen could simply be sort of like the Queen just goes into the throne room and finds it empty.
It sits down on the throne again because well, Kane and his 4 dudes are in America.
Yeah, but of course the peace is temporary because there's one thing she can't protect against, and that's General Kane walking in a big cloak and seizing power again.
Yeah. Well, we get a bit more on Carter's plan in a minute. So,
a bit.
The 2008 Lake Monroe homecoming queen is announced. It's Rosie Gonzalez.
Wow.
She is spotlighted. Chelsea is appalled at this.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie gets up on stage and gives a speech about friendship, loyalty, and trust. And Ed films it all.
She takes off her mask for this, so it's a good job General Kane didn't hang around for another 5 seconds.
Friendship, loyalty, and trust are things we must earn. I want to thank Carter Mason for teaching me these things and for being my friend. Carter, where are you? There's no response. So, she's probably being violently kidnapped. Anyway.
It's worth noting that the audience is like in tears at the power of these princessly words.
Yeah.
Coming as they do from a divinely appointed ruler and recognizing as they do that they are scum.
Outside, General Kane's helicopter is parked on the basketball court. 3 of his 4 guys are guarding it. Chelsea confronts Rosie by the pool and demands the crown, but sort of ends up falling into the swimming pool.
It's so funny. So Rosie she's like, give me the crown. Rosie's like, okay, I don't care.
Okay, I don't care.
So Rosie holds the crown out, sort of over the pool, but not very over the pool, like not on purpose over the pool. Then Chelsea goes, no, and sort of like planks sideways into the water. I watched this a few times and I honestly couldn't tell you what is supposed to have happened. I don't know. I'm so getting you back for this, she screams at Rosie as Rosie flees, queuing up a sequel to the film. Rosie catches up, presumably following the deafening noise of the idling helicopter. General Kane, she says. What are you doing? Hisses Carter. The plan was working perfectly. Was it?
The plan for me to die in a gulag in Santa Luna.
Was she to wear the mask forever and become the masked princess of Costa Luna?
Become the princess in the iron mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like...
If you think that some stupid things have happened in this film, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong because your metric for what's stupid is about to like...
Yeah.
The world's about to spin on its axis very fast. Okay?
So Rosie is like, no, you mustn't go back to Costa Luna. I must go and be a political prisoner there instead.
Yeah.
So she goes to board the helicopter. Carter looks around frantically, and then the door slides across. And who should step from the helicopter? Why, it's Dad and the Russian lady from the Princess Protection Program.
That's right. Somehow, inside General Kane's helicopter, it's Dad and the director.
Yep.
General Kane.
Good to see you again.
What is the meaning of this? You are interfering with official business of the sovereign land of Costa Luna.
Maybe this will fly in your country, but here, it's called kidnapping.
We're turning you over to the international authorities. Get him?
No, let me. I'm gonna enjoy this.
How does it feel to be brought to justice by a 16-year-old girl, General?
Not so hot.
All right. A great deal to unpack here.
It's clear from Carter's reactions that she didn't know this was going to happen.
Yeah, and also later on, Dad is going to be like, Carter, what were you thinking? You could have been killed. So Dad was not expecting Carter to be here.
No.
So Dad and the director had a separate plan to hide in General Kane's helicopter. And then I guess pop out and arrest him when he got into... Why would you do this? No. Sorry, that's the wrong question. How did you do this?
How did you do this?
Okay, you have so much power. You're on home turf. General Kane and 4 dudes are helicoptered into a high school. I can't think of a worse plan to arrest him than hiding in his own helicopter. Because Like, all right, now how did they sneak into the helicopter? Round the back?
It was being guarded by 3 dudes.
Yeah.
Like, how did they get
I
in
guess
it?
the 3 dudes were guarding the front of it, so I guess they snuck in the back, and then they sort of like crouch on the floor of the helicopter, and they're like, this is going to be great. When General Kane gets here, we'll tell him he's under arrest, and then
we'll just leap out.
And then he'll kill us.
The funny thing is they go, General Kane, you're under arrest, and General Kane just runs off in the other direction.
Just legs it.
He doesn't get far. He runs about 3 feet before Dad tackles him. It's so good.
Oh, man. Okay, so back on the school's helicopter landing pad, Carter and Rosie embrace. I can't believe you would do this for me, says Rosie. It's what princesses do. They do it for each other. You truly are a princess now, Carter Mason. You rightfully deserve this. And Rosie places the homecoming crown on Carter's head. Then, because I guess the film came in a few seconds shy.
Like Carrie bursting out of the grave.
Yeah.
Chelsea storms in.
Soaking Chelsea appears.
She tears the crown off Carter's head.
She yells, nobody
Let her
move, as if she's got a weapon.
yeah, in this kind of tense standoff situation, she would have clearly just been shot by one of the jumpy Secret Service agents.
She says, I'll take that, grabbing the crown and stumbling away. She looks like she's injured. Let her go, says Carter. And that's that. Because, like, Chelsea just comes in and is like, I'll want the crown. And they're both like, okay.
Fine. Neither of us want this.
Chelsea's like, well, good.
So she storms off. Dad hands over Kane to the authorities and then confronts Carter. What were you thinking?
Kane is led away to the international authorities, whatever that means. Yeah. I bet NATO will be chuffed to just sort of have him dropped to their doorstep.
It's like we call Kim Jong-un was trying to kidnap a girl from an American homecoming dance.
Yeah.
So we've arrested him.
And we've dropped him off here. I imagine now you'll put him in a sort of international jail. You'll put him on the raft from the MCU.
Yeah, a Supermax raft. Full of super criminals.
In space. And if you're NATO, you're probably like, well, I don't know, man. It's a thorny issue because
I kind of wish you hadn't done this.
I kind of wish you hadn't done this. And also, like, we don't think it's a good thing to do. But I suppose the thing is that different countries have different laws, don't they? So I don't know if we can sort of arrest him for something that he did. Seeing as he hasn't actually hurt anyone. All he did is kind of walk into the throne room and say, I'm king now.
Yeah, and he didn't kidnap the girl either. He sort of walked with her to a helicopter, but didn't actually commit the kidnapping.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure this is going to make it to court.
So
anyway.
Dad hands over Kane to the authorities. What do you think he said to Carter? And she says, I thought I'd be perfect bait. Get it? I'm bait girl.
Because I work in a bait shop.
I've written in all caps, bait for what? What was the plan? How did Dad even find out about this?
I love that the film thinks it's enough to be like, I thought I'd be the perfect bait because I work in a maggot shop.
Bait for what? What do you mean bait? It's bait if you sort of lure him somewhere and then a trap is sprung. It's not bait if you get kidnapped and die in a prison in Santa Luna.
It's like the maggot isn't bait if it's not on a hook. You know, it's like if you threw a load of worms into the river and we're like, haha, the perfect bait. And the fish were like, well, yeah, thanks.
So stupid. You're always there for me, Dad. You rescue princesses. That's what you do. You and me, pal, says Dad. You and me, Dad, says Carter, and they hug.
Yeah. We cut to Costa Luna and the real coronation. Rosie is crowned. Mr. Elegante is there clapping and being nice. Long live King Rosie, yells Ed, who is here for some reason.
That's exactly what I've written.
I guess
that's the boy who films women's feet at the high school. Go on, invite the coronation.
Long live King Rose. I guess his parents were like, yes, I think it would be cool for you to visit the turbulent nature of Costa Luna. I mean,
it's politically unstable.
I hear their political situation remains on a knife edge, and the coronation is sure to be a flashpoint for more trouble. But yeah, Ed, you go.
You go there. Yeah, take your camera, film some women's feet while you're there.
So the coronation becomes official. There's flower petals and cheering, and Two Worlds Collide by Demi Lovato plays over the credits.
Yeah.
And that is the Princess Protection Program, one of the world's stupidest films.
There's an extra scene that originally aired but isn't on the Disney Plus version.
What?
But it is on YouTube, where it says, do you want to watch it live? It's very short.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
1 year later. Okay, I'll just narrate it live. We see the director in HQ. Are you ready for your next assignment? The director is saying to Rosie and Carter, who appear to now be super spies. Both of them. Carter, you can be such a princess, says Rosie. Something wrong with that, says Carter, having learned and grown. They leave the bunker and put on sunglasses and step onto some kind of beachfront and then run in slow motion laughing.
And then they get on a helicopter to go and suppress a coup somewhere.
The way they're running on this beach in slow motion evokes nothing so much as Platoon.
But what are they going to do? They're going to land in the middle of an active political coup and sort of spirit a princess away, I guess.
Well, spirit her away, kill her enemies,
Yeah, sort of CIA stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Good. Yeah. So that's the film. That's the end of it.
So that's that. Well, I loved it. I really enjoyed it. There was the sheer relief that post Camp Rock or the same year as Camp Rock,
the films could still be unbelievably stupid and hilarious.
Exactly. Disney Channel could.
Oh God, we didn't even talk about the weirdest bit, which is when they're going to go to the prom and Carter goes up to her dad and says, "Hey Dad, how do I look?" And he looks her up and down and says, "Well, I've got bad news. I'm going to have to stop calling you pal."
Oh yeah, that was.
What does that mean?
I guess what the film thinks that means is I've always called you pal because you're a tomboy, and pal is a thing you say to a boy, even though it isn't really, I guess.
Okay.
And now you are so obviously a girl in your dress that you have become markedly more feminine, and
that's worse.
And I am severing my emotional bond.
I thought it's more like we can no longer be friends.
Yeah, we're not friends anymore.
We're not friends anymore, you
I'm
and I.
going to have to stop calling you pal because I don't like you.
I don't like you anymore. Oh, man. Okay,
Dad's character in this is just absolutely baffling. He's just totally disinterested, painting boats, but then occasionally sort of dresses up like officer and a gentleman with a saber and goes and kills General Kane or whatever.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Princess Protection Program. So good. Well done, Disney. Knocked it out the park.
I thought it was a good watch. It clips along.
I mean, I think often you can really judge the actual quality of a decom by how difficult it is to recap and make notes on, because it's easy to recap a film when the film is conforming to filmic expectations and has good pacing, because you're like, I basically have a feeling, like a sixth sense for what's going to happen in the next 10 or 15 minutes.
I understand what this scene is doing and the function it has in driving the story
exactly.
forward. Yes.
And in Princess Protection Program, it was a real breeze because the pacing is good. You sort of know where they're trying to go and they basically manage it. So yeah, it was easy to recap. It was a pleasure to watch. Contrast with Camp Rock, where every single second you're sort of pausing to be like, what? What is it? I don't understand what's happening.
And a quarter of the runtime is songs and it still felt longer.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Really long. Yeah. This one, yes, it clips along. It was great. It had a lot of comic mischief. Had some good high school drama. Good time. Princess Protection Program.
Yeah. Good movie. Recommended.
Yeah. It made me think maybe it's good to have a royal family. Think on that.
Made me think that princesses and royals in general are just better than us.
And should be protected by a sort of extrajudicial...
extrajudicial sort of protection service, but also
super army.
Just given lots of money and houses out of our taxes.
Yes. It's not much to ask.
It's not much to ask, is it? It's not such a hard concept to get your head around, is it?
Look, just give them some money. It's really not that hard.
Much.
Oh my God.
They just want to live in a fabulous palace. But what they'll do in that palace is they'll read to underprivileged idiot children.
Look, it's not that hard. You are not ever going to live in a palace. Wouldn't you rather that someone lived in a palace rather than no one?
Yeah.
This way someone lives in a palace.
You don't get to live in a palace because you're scum. But these princesses...
Yeah.
They're very special.
Oh, so you don't think the monarchy is a good system? All right, I challenge you to a bowling contest. I've done it perfectly because
I've rolled 10 strikes in a row because
superhuman royal blood.
Royal DNA.
Yeah.
It allows me to be good at everything.
Rather than like centuries of inbreeding mean I struggle to lift my arms.
I can't walk in a straight line. I can bowl perfectly, but I can't eat a hamburger properly. It's a very specialised set of skills.
Oh, Princess Protection Programme. Okay, let me read you an email, Andy.
Yes, please.
Okay. This email comes from Meg. Thank you, Meg. Loads of correspondence on Camp Rock, all of which very, very enjoyable. Thank you for sending us your Camp Rock recollections, memories, and treasures. Meg writes, I truly hope no one else has emailed you about this. Apologies that it's not about horse destruction. That's okay. I grew up as a Disney watching kid in the UK, and let me tell you, they genuinely had us believing that Nick Jonas was going to pass away at any moment. For context, so we've read up on this, and this is a real thing. For context, Nick was diagnosed with diabetes when he was 12, but Disney decided to wait a few years before airing an advert where he solemnly tells his very young audience that he was diabetic. I can genuinely remember the fear that struck our school as everyone talked about his diagnosis and what we thought was a devastating prognosis. From checking social media references since, turns out this was a universal thing. Most naive children had no idea what diabetes was and therefore thought their favourite brother was going to die imminently. This is absolutely amazing. So good.
Funny.
So funny. You can find it if you search on YouTube. You can find like Nick Jonas doing sort of like, you know, Disney Channel spots where he sort of, and it really is presented in a kind of like, oh, we've got terrible news, children. Kind of.
Nick Jonas's solemn diagnosis. Hello, children. As you may have heard, I'll die soon.
Just like, obviously didn't do a very good job of communicating.
Well,
they were like, we're afraid to tell you that Nick has diabetes. You're young, you don't know what diabetes is, but you know what a diagnosis is and you know what bad news is.
Yep. You know it's got the word die at the start of it. So bad times for Nick Jones. That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Meg. That was great treasure. Andy.
Yes.
I want to know what decon we're going to do next.
I bet you would.
I would love to.
Bet you'd like me to tell you that, wouldn't you?
I would really love you to tell me that.
Well, here's the information for you, Luke. It's 2002's Double Teamed.
Okay, right. Should we get ahead of...
No, I don't think so.
Yep.
After much reluctance, twins Heather and Heidi join their school's basketball team. While they initially dislike the sport, they soon develop an interest, which takes their career to a new high.
They soon develop.
Wow, I can't wait to watch.
I mean, at first I might not be enjoying the film. I'll be thinking, I hope they develop an interest soon.
But then they develop an interest, and so it's good.
The interest, oh boy, I'd call it developed.
So that's coming up next week, 2002's
Double Teamed.
Double Teamed. A phrase which I presume the meaning has changed somewhat since 2002. Oh boy. Anyway, thank you for listening, folks. If you enjoyed this, please check out our Patreon over at patreon.com/extra helpings, where we have every off week, we have bonus episodes where Luke and I are watching the Disney Channel original TV series So Weird, which is unbelievably good. And please join the Patreon and listen to the episodes
so that you can hear us. Yes, please hear. Please know. Please know about So Weird.
I really think you'd like it, and I want everyone to know about So Weird.
Also, there are some other cool tiers there that you can check out on the Patreon. We have a tier that gets you a monthly watch along live stream where we watch like a classic decom that we covered on the podcast before. Along live with you in the chat.
We just did Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior.
Yeah.
And if you sign up at that tier, you can rewatch all the old ones as well. It's like having an audio commentary track for the movie.
Yep.
That you can watch along with. Exactly. It's like sitting down and watching a movie with us.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and we've got merch at mumcan'tcookstore.com or bonesforbowser.com. Okay. Right. Andy.
Yes.
I think I hear the helicopter circling overhead. I believe General Kane
I think the only way I'm going to get back to my country is by getting extrajudicially kidnapped by General Kane, because it's
it's not on most maps.
Told you, it's not on.
I can't.
It's not on.
I know we have finished the recap, but I cannot believe that she's like, "That's it, I'm going," and everyone's like, "No, don't go," and no one's like, "What? How?"
Yeah, well, I'm going too. I'll walk or something.
Well, I mean, look, the natural sort of bookend to the bit we did at the beginning of this podcast is for me to put on my masquerade mask. Let me just fit it now. Here's General Kane. I'm wearing Andy's distinctive blue ball gown. And now...
No, Luke, I can't let you do it. I'm going to walk back to Costa Luna. I'm a princess, and so I'm extremely good at walking.
Yeah, I can run on water.
As I walk off, you notice my congenital clubfoot from all the interbreeding dragging behind me. Okay, everybody, gather round. It's time to announce the 2008 Lake Monroe Homecoming Court. I know everyone's very excited to find out what position you'll be taking up in the court. So it is with great pleasure that I'm going to announce, first of all, our homecoming queens. That's right, Duchess Hypermole, Autumn Holloway, Limited Patience (Kiz), and Tilly Everoa. Congratulations, Your Highness, the queens, the homecoming queens, everybody.
Warm congratulations. But of course, not everyone can be the queen, but there are no end of important, worthy appointments here in the homecoming court. For example, introducing the Maids of Honor, our book monster Hef, Kyle Bain, Surya Tess, and Ethan Lappin. Beautiful, yes, resplendent.
Wonderful. And of course, what court would be complete without the homecoming jesters, ready to entertain us with their motley and their pratfalls. Yes. That's right, it's Brandon Plesh, Ash, Adam Snigg, Ethan Pearson, and Moth Vampire. Look at them caper, look at them go. Oh, very amusing.
Wonderful. And you know, it really isn't a court without the Falconers. Welcome, Falconers, Will Pohoretsky, Kyle Eads, Business Corgi, Crapolio, and Quinn is teething. Welcome along.
Everyone help yourself to a falcon by the door. Try not to make eye contact. They're quite aggressive.
Yes, they will claw at you very, very savagely.
Next up, we have our homecoming food tasters who will take a bite of every piece of food served to the homecoming queens to make sure it isn't poisoned. That's right. Our new food tasters, Danny Cap, Elizabeth, Andrew the Osteogent, Keith Hall, and Blake. If you'll just come to the front here and take a bite out of every plate we have here, there's a lot of mash to get through.
Yes, and of course, while not everyone can be homecoming queen, we do have very important attendants who will be aiding the royals. Welcome, gentlemen of the bedchamber, Matthew Cowan, Cole Mastro, Chase Baker, E.T., and Danny Bowyer. You will be dressing the homecoming kings and queens for bed, and for the hunt, and for whatever else they want to do. For kicking your ass or whatever.
And just as important to the court, of course, is the homecoming wicked Grand Viziers who will sort of stand at the back and sort of scheme. That's Christoph, Who Needs to Sleep, Andy Meany, Moist Drippings, and the Monk. Congratulations. Time to start growing out those goatees and getting a sort of evil staff that looks a bit like a snake.
Yes. Ben Pilkington, Mike Kavanagh, Cara Dennison, Megan Towers, and Hannah Kirchner, the grooms of the stool, responsible for assisting the king in excretion and hygiene. An important position in any court. For what is a king?
Very great honour.
For great honour. For what is a king without his excretions attended to? Why he would be, the kingdom would fall to ruin, one has to imagine.
An enormously tremendous honour. Yes. Congratulations to all of you. Next up, of course, we have the homecoming bastard siblings of the king whose claim may threaten power. That's right, Raging Angel, Andy, Paul Stevens, Sarah Mattox, and you can try to resist, try to hide from my kiss. You will all be required to keep yourself away from the court as your claim is very troubling to the king.
Louise, Lola, Tony B, Michael Olsen, Angel Beat, John Starplin, step forward, bend a leg. You are to be the cup bearers. If there is a cup to be borne, expect yourselves to bear it. The king may call for a cup at any time, perhaps in which to pass stool. And in this instance, you will be liaising with the groom of the stool.
A very great honour.
Your responsibilities may dovetail in this way.
Next, we have the homecoming body doubles to foil assassination attempts. That's Julian Rundlet, Moon Activist Sage Borealis, Shane Entei, Morven Butterworth, and Clint Hannah Lopez. if you sort of stand near the homecoming queens and sort of look a bit like them, that would be ideal. Thank you.
Emily W., Clarkey the bearded coach driver, Smash Savannah Burger Boys and Girl, Will Thomas and Philip Stevens, the master of the horse. We're expecting you to master the horse in every way. There must be nothing about the horse that you don't know. When you see a horse, you must know it inside and out. You must say, I have mastered this animal. That's what the king will expect. It's what the queen will expect. It's what the princess will expect. It's what the nation expects.
Indeed. Chris Pryor, Crescentia Che, Homemade Mask, Jack Fabian and Tim Craven. You will, of course, be the groom of the horse stool. It's a less prestigious position, but no less important.
No less important.
And tremendous room for advancement in this field. And after all, if the king's horses' stools are not attended to, why the kingdom itself would fall.
Yes, it would.
Very prestigious. Great honour.
Yes, it would. Please step forward, Rukaila Snowy Owl, Zora Stingray, Rhyme Edema, and Jeebus Pierce Jones. You are, of course, a great honoured position within the court, the cupbearer of the horse. If the horse should need a cup, perhaps in which to pass to,
We're going to need a bigger cup.
Well, this is. They have special cups, more akin to buckets. I'm not going to tell them how to do their job. They know what they're doing.
Okay, next we have the homecoming Lord Protectors, whose job will be to overthrow the homecoming monarchy and establish a republic. That is Z-Man, Saz Thompson, Jonathan 420, Jambo number 5, and Adam Steele. Yes, if you could just sort of start to foment rebellion among the rest of the student body, we can take it from there.
Jotum von Clara, Nerdazoid Brackets Sean, Danny Ward, Paul Stokes, and Lord of the Salt Doctrine. Welcome our confessors. The king and the queen have a great many sins they will need to unburden themselves of, and you will be there to hear them. Your duties will dovetail with the groom of the stool.
As do most of you. I've been looking forward to this appointment here. We have Nurse Jake, Liz L, Seish, Rory James, and Courtney Rail. You will be the homecoming Haruspecs, the diviners who practice haruspicy, the inspection of the entrails of sacrificed animals, especially the livers of sheep and poultry, to predict the future or divine the will of the gods. Obviously, the king and queen of the homecoming court are very into haruspicy this year. So if you can sort of predict how the court is going to go by looking at the entrails, we'd appreciate that. Thank you.
And finally, Matt S., Michael Saul, and Daniel Rogers. There are 3 of you, so musketeers, I suppose.
Oh yes, good.
Yes, perfect. You'll be the king's musketeers.
And if there's time, additional grooms of the store.
Your duties will dovetail.